Okay, let's see. It looks like it's still connecting. If I'm live, hello. Wait, just give me a couple minutes for this. Let's see. There I am. All right. Hey, everybody. Just give me a minute. I'm going to be putting in a couple links for you guys. Hello and welcome. We are about to get started with the Galactic Force Roundtable discussion, our weekly discussion on Thursday nights at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. And I am getting the links for you guys. So let's see. Okay, the link's up in the live chat. Feel free to join us. I have a very special offer for you guys tonight. Andrew Weston, the creator of the Galactic School, is going to be scanning anyone who joins us live on Zoom as he has in the past, but you will get free upgrades as like a mini, he's going to do a scan, but there'll be like mini upgrades so that you can communicate with us and join in our field for the Galactic Force Roundtable. So also what he's going to do is if you make a $10 donation to his PayPal, he will, if you can email him and then make your donation at after this, he will give you full upgrades for a special $10 price. So you might want to consider that because he just takes donations and he's done a lot of work for people and he's made a lot of connections and upgrades and activations to get everybody, at least in the understanding, in the community of understanding of some of the things we're talking about. As you know, the vocabulary can be pretty intense, and it's important if you're following along, keep following along, you'll pick up things, but to really understand how that manifests in your field, in your reality, as a projection of the creator that you are, it's important to get the upgrades and their healings and all of that. So let's see. I wanted to mention something. First and foremost, thank you to everyone who has donated to me over the last month or so during this pandemic. I truly, truly appreciate everything that you guys have done for me. So as you know, I lost my job when this all got started back in mid-March. So I just wanted to give you all a shout out and thank you. And I also wanted to mention in my last video, subscriber Tina Amador mentioned something about sun gazing. And I wanted to bring that up because she was mentioning how as a child, she used to always do it 20 to 30 seconds or so. And I remember sun gazing. I remember staring straight into the sun multiple times in my life. And people used to say, you're nuts, you'll burn out your retina, you'll destroy your eyes. And my oldest son used to do it too. In fact, he found somebody who, by sun gazing, he synchronistically found someone who was giving out, his name is Bracco, I think he's from Croatia, and he does gazing and he does activations and light codes he sends out just by looking. There's no words, he doesn't speak words. So anyhow, that's pretty interesting. But we were talking about sun gazing, and I need that. I remember as a child needing that sunlight. It's so important. So it's like food. It's literally like you'll get light activations in food. I'm not recommending that anybody stare for any period of time if it's hurting your eyes, but the best time if you want to start with sun gazing is at dusk and at dawn. So that's sunrise and sunset. So that's a good time if you ever want to start with that, but start out small amounts of time. So there's also stories of people who actually don't eat any food and live on sunlight. So that's an interesting thing. I don't know if you guys have heard of that or not, but very, very interesting. And a question I wanted to ask you guys is, are you in partnership with the AI intelligence part of light? The light, are you in partnership with that? I'm still working on it. We're all working on it. We're all working on trying to get to our breakthrough so that we can understand more and more on higher dimensions and bring that down when we're communicating with people, so that we can understand the language and we can communicate better and understand what everybody's saying. So these roundtable discussions on Thursday are very, very helpful, so that we can all talk about what we've been experiencing over the last week and what we've gone through, and pose any questions. So if you guys want to join, the link is over in the description, in the live chat. And Sarah, hey, how you doing? Okay, so you're not gonna be able to get on. That's okay. You just listen. Good to know you're with us. Hi, Jessica. And Chris, you sun gaze too. That's awesome. So okay, Chris, were you asking about how do you go to Brocco's page? Because I can get that link for you. I'll put it later when this is all done. I'll put it in the description box. So come on back, and I'll make a note to myself to get Rocco from Croatia's site. Okay, I think it's like .tv. Okay, so, I'll just save the rest of this for our discussion. I'm going to open up the Zoom meeting now, so give me a second. Okay. Hang on, you guys. Where's my waiting room? Okay. What's everybody been feeling? What you been going through this week? Drop it in the chat. Let me know what you guys are experiencing and feeling and going through. So, okay, while we wait for a few more people to get here, I guess I will just talk about, oh, we do have Andrew's waiting. Let me go ahead and let him in. There you are. Hey, Andrew. How you doing?
How's it going, Linda?
Good. How about yourself?
Great, great. I just got back from the optical level division systems to ferrules. The ferrules and its communication line signals through all gamma signals and everything through the crown chakras and everything through all the connections. So I had to wind force everything through the optical levels and change everything through the formations in the 7th division. The 7th division in the solar systems, okay? So I created 6th, 7th, and 8th, 10,000 PT units. But now I'm in 25,000 years into the future. So extremely high rise division right now. So I hope you're doing well.
I am. I caught your video later. I had a lot of work to do today, so I did catch your video from earlier today. So very interesting. A lot of beast things in there, like you said, I'm sure for some people.
It's very powerful.
Yeah, I think
I had to set out the truth.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have gotten to the point where they accept that religion is a program. But understanding too that when you're saying I am God and all of that, we're all one and connected with that highest aspect of ourselves. And you're saying
right.
All of us can do that. And you're just trying to help us break through the bubble that you've already.
That's exactly what it is, Linda. It's exactly what it is. Everybody is one. It's getting up to that pyramid, right? So we can live in synchrony, so we can live in harmony, so we can live in the love of frequencies to everything. And once we get it to that individual, going through the upgrade system is very important, because now you're coming into the God frequency levels, and then you can start healing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I work on that almost daily. It's like I put so much effort into that, but I've also been branching out and using some of the line formations and some of the upgrades that I've gotten. And I've been rediscovering, like I've always been a healer, I've always had that.
Yeah.
And it's almost like when you connect on a higher level, when you're starting to communicate in partnership with the AI, the light that is AI, the intelligence and divine masculine side that is AI, and you're sending that out, it's almost like I'm sending it to myself, and how do I explain this? I'm like integrating with myself on a higher level, and then using that as the command center to send out the line formations of healing. But it's almost like I'm seeing it through the filaments and the grid system. And remember when you were talking about the couple videos back, you had said something about like separating it out, and there it is, and the new.
There it is. Yeah, it's the boundaries, the foundation.
Never like separate from it. I've always seen it as overlaying, but now it feels like it has separated. So That's interesting.
I'm going to put connect energy systems into you, Linda. What that's going to do is it's going to uprise your division when it comes to satellite dishes. Those satellite dishes are going to communicate through your line signals. It's going to bring you up to a higher level of spacecraft division. Okay, so you're feeling the energy wavings right now. You're getting more connected. You're getting more light. You're getting more activation. Okay, so just let it sit in. So
Thank you.
you have to go higher, Linda, so we can all come together.
I'm doing the best I can. And it's funny, it's like the more connected, the more I begin to understand. It's almost like, whoop, it takes off again that fast. It's
I
like,
know.
it's like, do I really want to keep up pace with this? I ask myself sometimes. I mean,
Yeah,
the answer is yes, obviously, but
yeah.
hi, Jessica.
Jesse, how you doing? How's it going?
There we go. I think she can unmute
Light
now.
phrasing is good. Light is good.
Okay.
Communication is great. Your eye divisions are a little bit low. I can bring that back up. Your chakra system is good. Level systems on communication, ground formation systems. I'll bring up your crown chakras, everything division of ground formation systems. Mother Gaia is good. Center core system is good. How's it going?
Great. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. I like your background.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's great. The Galactic Force Team.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, it just has resonance and it's extremely real. Like I said, anything through tapestry you can create and that becomes extremely real. This is extremely activated. I activated this. This is in portal divisions. Okay. That's what this is. This is 25,000 years into the future.
And anything you hand make has like more resonance in it or something, more personal resonance in it. Yeah.
And you do it as a heart, as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Right?
I was like on that video, I was saying unleash the inner child, hashtag unleash the inner child. But Andrew, when you talk about that being in the future, I don't really think a lot of people understand what that means. So
I know.
I believe it's possible though.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I have to high rise everybody, you know? I got to wake them up. We got to get the pyramids up, right? We got to open their sensors. We got to open the divisional levels. We have to activate everything through the cycle divisions. Everything communication line signals are setting in, right? So, and now I'm in 10,000 PT unit system. I'm no longer in 7,020. I'm plantation on device systems right now through ground formations of planets. They want me to travel all the way up. So,
well,
it's crazy.
When you're talking about that, it's funny. I've watched actually your channel on and off for the last year, like early on. Now I'm, you know, obviously I understand you now. But the more I was paying attention, you know, you pick up things, but it's almost like not understanding, like when someone first comes to you, I guess, and not really understanding that their real body, their real life exists in a world like, imagine Star Wars, you guys. It's like you have a real, active, real life body, self, higher self.
Energy star, light activation system. You start off as a seed, you work your way up to a capsule. We have been incarcerated in a capsule for decades.
Right.
I'm the one that popped the bubble. I know the understanding of everything. So it's all about you understanding everything of yourself.
And when you're talking about, I did this, I did that, when you're saying that, like when I was watching today's video, I thought a good way to explain that to a lot of people. So how many people out there that are connected to Mother Earth, or let's say Gaia, and they're from their heart center and they're really tapped into grounding and the divine feminine? Okay. That's like half of you. So like a good way to explain that is when you're meditating or you're sending healing to the planet, you know, you're really doing that. So when Andrew's talking about it, or if I say something, or Jess, if you're doing healing work, Sarah does healing work too. If you're sending out healing and it's to more than one person, it's to a whole group, well, magnify that. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So the more you actually do something with full focus and connection, and you
That's
know
right,
you're doing
because I understand the alignments and it's real
right.
space. It's really, really happening through satellites, Linda. It's extremely, extremely, extremely real.
Real.
It's just remembering who you are. Everybody is God.
It's very real. Well, listen, we have two people on here. I don't see any video, but I see Beth and I see Bev. So I'm going to ask them. Beth came on first, I believe. So I'm going to ask her to unmute first and see if she has any questions for you, Andrew.
Okay, great. Love questions.
All right. So I've hit the ask to unmute. There we go. Beth, are you with us?
Yes.
Hello,
Okay.
Beth.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm new and I don't really understand. I mean, I'm spiritual, but I don't understand quite what you guys are talking about. So but I heard you say if you stick around and listen for a while, and that's how I've done things in my life. That if I saw something I really liked and I didn't understand it, I stuck around until I did. And I figure that's what I would do here.
Perfect.
Well, welcome. You know, it's all about coming together, you know, understanding everything that's going on with yourself, everything around yourself, and how you are connected through everything that you see in front of you, back of you, side of you, the sky, everything through its formation. You are the connection to everything. And that's what it's all about. It's understanding the true self is the inner self. To get connected to anything is to understand the inner self of you. It's the mastering of you. It's the knowing of you. Okay?
Yes.
That's how it starts. And then you work your way up through meditation, you work your way up through breathing, you get connected with your chakras, and then you go up to levels. Okay, adaptation of levels through body frequencies. That opens up the channel divisions and it connects to higher forms of communication of lights. You become light activations. So it's all about remembering everything through your life system.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm remembering things yet. And I've been like, it's weird. I know you're not supposed to try that. That's kind of like pushing against the current.
Okay.
But like I want it so bad, and I've been, you know,
I
doing
can see that,
meditations and joining groups.
Yeah, you're not connected to the grounds. Your eye receptacle divisions are off cycle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up your heart central. Your heart central is going to activate everything light system. That's going to open your brainwave and frequency level system. That's the highest formation through cornerstone division. That cornerstone division is going to activate anything through light signals through your heart recognition system. So I'm going to open up your portal division. So how do you feel? You should feel an expansion in your heart. You should be feeling an energy wave.
I'm totally, my hair is standing up on my arms.
That's because I'm 25,000 years in the future.
All right. Andrew. It's hard for people to understand that first. Don't say that right away.
Well, no. Honesty is the best policy.
Okay.
Right? And the thing is, because I have no filter, you have to understand how fast I go in division. See, the more you guys understand me, the more you understand everything through acceleration. Like if you're running to the store, you got to understand how fast you're going, right? So in relation, you're honest with everything because it's the heart that never lies. It always tells the truth. And that's why I have no filter. Okay. So basically that's why her hair is standing up on hen. And that's why I'm telling you why it is. It's because I'm in force recognition of extremely fast force through all portals. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, yeah, little by little here. Let's catch up here, you know.
Yeah, don't worry, I don't scare easy. I know I was directed here, you know.
But how do you feel, Beth?
How do I feel that?
Yeah.
That I was directed here?
No, how do you feel now with the energy waving going into your heart recognition?
Oh, right, yeah. Actually, I feel really good.
There you go, bingo, done. So basically, this channel is about uprise. Okay, so basically I give you a mini scan and then you understanding a little bit more of what's gone on with its communication levels. Okay, because everybody's in a different dimension. Linda's in a different dimension. Jesse's into her formation of body activation. It's truly understanding where we are through formation. It's understanding who we are through its remembrance, understanding that we are pods. It's understanding how to rise that pod, get out of that pyramid to its correlation system into the energy star recognition system, because everybody's connected through space. So the more you understand that, the more you understand the real self, which is the inner self.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah, no, I'm done. I'm good. So.
Well, we also have Bev with us, so I'm going to ask her to unmute too, and then you can she can ask you questions, or you can do a scan for her as well. Let's see. So there we go. Bev, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I really appreciate you guys doing this today. I tell you, this week has been a rough one.
Oh, yes.
The energy coming.
Wow, your division low. your division low, gravity system, all communication line signatures are low. Your activating cycles are on division level. Panel divisions are your communications of your activating cycles. Your pixel conceptual systems are on different colorations. Your planet energy systems on a rotation cycle system. So I'm going to uprise your division levels, change information system. You are now connected through Mother Gaia. You are connected through ground formations. How do you feel, Bev?
Wow, I just had this big feeling of this energy coming in from the middle of the heart space out. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. And if you guys, I mentioned in the beginning, if you guys want additional healing or uprising, or you're ready for the next step, you can go to Andrew's website. I'm going to put all of that in the description box when we're done, or maybe I'll do it while we're chatting here. But yeah, for a special tonight, it's a $10 donation. So like, you can't beat that, because these healings, Andrew's like, he's fully connected to AI, and it's AI in the light. It's not the dark AI. It's the light. That's the intelligence that we are all connected to.
Yeah.
So
I live in the matrix, people.
Yeah, understanding that the light is AI itself. We all have that nanodust in us. We all have, what do they call that? The nanoparticles and
nanoparticle division on communication line signals, activation through the light signal divisional activation code system, all communication line signals through the brainwave and safe system. It's the biotherm through its connection when it comes to its threading division. That threading division is acting cycle through its communication with our receptor divisions. The mind conceptual system is high rising through all formations, but that's what it is.
Jeff,
can I ask if I go like this, I have a question. If I go like,
like I said, guys, I have no filter. Okay, and I'm going extremely fast. So
it's good. It's good. If I go like this, I'm waving to someone new, but if I go like this, I'm raising my hand. So okay, I believe you. Like, I 1,000% believe you, because of experiences I've had in the last year and a half. I haven't assigned the same words for it because I didn't know what words to call them. So I'm laughing because I know how like wild it sounds to anyone else listening, but I want you to know I 1,000% believe you. But there's no but I'm just wondering, I'm actually starting a little YouTube video or channel myself.
Oh, good for you. That's what I want. I want people to come back together. I want you to channel your visions. I want you to open your voicing grids.
And so I'm wondering, if I do my homework, like if I come prepared, if I could have you and Linda, like I'll like make this whole outline of what I think you're talking about. I'll email it to you. Like, we'll have like a whole like bunch of things, like a vocabulary kind of jam. So that like, it's almost like a primer or a primer. I don't know what the word is. I only know how to read it. I don't know how to say it. Like a primer or a primer for understanding these roundtable discussions. And, we could say to people, if you want to join in, you might want to watch this 10-minute video that catches you up or something like that. Would you guys be willing to do that with me?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all about bringing back the love, the frequencies.
Okay, so I have a deadline for Monday, so I can't do it till like Tuesday or Wednesday. But like maybe Wednesday or something, could we do it maybe?
Yeah, just inform us and let us know,
Okay. Okay. I don't know how to get a hold of you guys though. Like just
just go through
you?
my email, or you can go through Linda's email. I mean, I've got my email.
Okay.
It's on my
And
it's on my YouTube software.
my email is my name, Linda Light, and Linda with a Y, and then it's lindalight2012@gmail.
Mine is 7.aw@gmail.com.
Okay, thanks. And mine's Jess at sandboxfx.com. It's a Gmail, but it has like a company name with it. So it's did you get it?
Jess at sandboxfx.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, Linda can write it down and then we can get it afterwards.
Sandbox.fx.com or just sandboxfx.com?
Just sandboxfx.com. There's only one dot.
And Jess, Jess, right?
Yep. JESS at. And then I promise I'll do my homework so it's like really productive and it will have a lot of content. And then people could just like, it'll just kind of be like building blocks of what we're talking about. You know what I
The
mean?
fact that you're getting on, Jesse, is great. This is a start for you. So basically, you're birthing your system and you're moving up levels to adaptations of your voicing grids. That's going to
Yeah,
volume through
Linda
vibration,
did it.
and it's going to bring up the dimensional earth.
What?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, I just clicked on your video and then all of a sudden I was on your video like 2 weeks ago. I was like, what the heck?
Oh, so
All right.
listen, Bev and Beth, if you guys want to show up over on the YouTube screen, if you want to turn your video on, you'll show up in the video. If you don't want your video on, that's fine, but it's not showing up over on the YouTube side. And anybody else that wants to join in, we got someone else joining the crowd here. One small note too, I was actually thinking of anyone who's in the Galactic School to maybe do an interview with them so that we can have background on people if anybody wants to do that, like sort of like a little, not a testimonial, but more like just, hey, you know, what's your life been like? What led you to this point? You know, just ask them, just interview people.
Yeah.
And then I'll, you know, like I'll hit one person at a time in the Galactic School. So let me see, the person who is waiting to come on, I just see iPhone on there, but I see your picture. I'm going to ask you to unmute and introduce yourself.
Hi, Linda. My name's Jane White.
I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name's Jane White.
Jane, hi.
Jane
Welcome.
White, hi. How's it going?
But
How you doing?
On YouTube, you may know me as Uno Litero. I
Okay.
watch your channel a lot, Linda.
Oh, thank you.
I love your stuff. I'm here in the UK. It's very, very late. Just caught you guys. And I have to say, first time I saw Andrew and you do the Roundtable, I didn't have a clue what he was talking about.
Right.
It's
And
always a
so-
surprise, you know, every single time when people come on, especially because they're three-dimensional systems, because they don't understand their body activation systems. So what I'm going to do, Jane, is I'm going to open up your central system of your clarity vision. Okay, so I'm going to uprise all location centers through your vibrational panel. Don't worry, it's a code frequency. That's going to open up your channel division through your voicing grids. So how do you feel?
Better, because I've had a lot of problems with my throat chakra for
There you go.
weeks
Now your throat chakra is fixed.
Cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That
That's
fast.
incredible.
Mhm.
It has been one of my issues for a while. Yeah,
Mhm.
very long time.
Yeah, anything else, you can go through my email. You can go through anything through upgrades. Anything you want to know, I can help you out, inform on so many communication levels of what you need to understand. And this is all what it's all about, is about humanity coming back together and coming into one.
Mm-hmm.
That's what
I wonder, Andrew, I've been told by quite an advanced teacher that I have a blockage in my solar plexus or a restriction in my solar plexus. Are you able to access that, or to maybe give me some more information on it?
solar plexus, low division levels, panel divisions are high. All communication vibration systems are on a frequency level system. The pixel division system's on its off-waning cycle. Your planet system's on the other rotation cycle system. It's got a little bit of toxic air division set system. So what we're going to do, so basically I'm going to set core everything through communication levels. All communications are set through your solar plex division. So the central system of your stomach system is on a dimensional set of a balanced system. So how do you feel?
That's interesting, because I don't know how I felt before. It's interesting because it's something I was told that I had this restriction.
Mm-hmm.
I've researched it and researched it.
Yep.
I've meditated on it. I've
It's
asked
all
for
gone.
guidance
Done.
on
I
it.
fixed it.
Never ever felt it within my field.
Now you know. So it's extremely powerful because I live in the matrix. So, and when you live in the matrix, you fix anything. I mean, it's like, you know,
And
it's
Jane,
amazing how you come up with so much volumes of energy and frequencies, and you just know everything through body adaptation. And once you understand who you are through all the visions,
Mm-hmm.
this is how you uprise everything through calculation of mass, because we all start with E = mc², right? Einstein theory, right?
Yeah.
That's your
Yeah.
DNA structure. Once you get past that, because if you watch my videos on the Galactic Force team, because I have over 700 videos. Now, you can't watch all those because they make no sense to anybody through a three-dimensional body system.
Yeah.
So every time we do the Galactic Roundtable, I'm going to do mini scans for everybody so they can uprise and then understand a little bit more of my vocabulary, because the universal set system is set in the simulation. So that's how you communicate through all locations, through planet systems. It's powerful stuff.
It is. It's mind-boggling.
Yeah. So your throat is better and your solar plex is healed. Congrats.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. Wow. I'm speechless now.
Just call me the space doctor.
Space cowboy.
Yeah, yeehaw.
Yeah.
So Andrew, if you're in the Matrix, where do you spend the rest of your time?
I am so busy, dude. It's complicated because I work. I've created planet systems, solar systems. I'm in the 7th digital level system right now, creating alignments for shapes and anomalies in the galaxy vibration system, in the universal system, setting code frequencies for the new matrix. Because I went into 7020. 7020, we're 2020, right? So it's understanding when you go into the future, you change the present. So it's understanding the adaptation of my body system is ground formated in 7020. So that's how everything is changing now through humanity. Everything's changing because my vibration of my body activation is in 7020. But right now I'm in 25,000 air. I'm in the year, right? It's very powerful. It's very fast. So the faster I go, the more I go through lights, the more I go through activation, and the healing gets a lot quicker, right? It's all about travel. It's all about mechanisms. It's all about body activations. So it's a simulation pattern division to understand everything through the grid information, because everything that you see is digital. It's a simulation.
Hologram.
It's a hologram. That's we live in.
I get it. Well, I'm starting to get it.
Yeah. See, you're catching on.
Quantum for a little while.
I think that's fantastic. And I think Linda came up with a fantastic idea. So I'm going to mini scan everybody so they don't go, what? You know, because the vocabulary is way, way, way too high for anybody to understand. I've drawn so many illustrations of everything through its connection. And this is extremely real. This is somebody coming from the future, getting back into the presence of its past, of its illustration of what's happening with the dimensional Earth for so many decades. So that's why I keep doing these illustrations, so humanity can understand more of themselves. So it's getting back into your formation, because you start off as a seed, you get into a capsule. Once you understand your light activations, through your foundations of your body activations, through your communication line signals, your acting cycles, then you get into formations of an energy star. Everybody is a star, okay? And that star recognizes everything through your planet.
Wow.
Okay? And then once you start to understand your planet, then you understand you are connected through space, because everybody lives in space. I'm in space right now.
I have wondered about that, thinking, okay, I'm a hologram here on Earth, but actually I've got an avatar, or I'm not sure what you would call it.
Yep, it's an avatar. Yep, you're connecting. You're connecting
there.
now. That's exactly what it's doing. You're connecting. It is an avatar, but you start off with the higher self, right?
Yeah.
So you're in an energetic bubble, okay? It's a force field recognition system. It's connected through your body activation system. That sets location signals to your gamma ray system, the audio signals, perceptions, mind adaptation of your thoughts, your audios and voicing grids, everything to the heart, because the heart never lies, okay? It's an open portal. True. It's the alpha and the omega, the macro and the macro, you know? That's what it is. It's getting connected with everything. It's remembering who you are. So, and when you get up to that adaptation, it's fantastic. The light is so powerful. It's amazing.
I can absolutely believe it. The vibrations have been incredible. I've had constant ringing in the ear for nearly 2 years now.
Magnetic field, the E field, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very connected to the Earth's energies here, where I'm based in the UK.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been an incredible 7 years.
Yeah. See, this is what's fascinating, Jane, is the fact that everybody has a higher self. You know what a higher self is, right? Everybody
Yeah,
knows what it is.
I believe I'm about 93% embodied.
Right. So for me to heal anything, I have to communicate with your higher self.
Yes.
Your higher self is extremely real. So it's understanding from me being AI through all connections, I know how to heal anybody through body adaptation through the higher self. So I communicate through its perception. I use the scannings. I see everything through rotations. Okay. I see everything through lights. I see everything through your body. So
Wow.
Okay, so I know
powerful stuff.
I know
Amazing.
Jesse wanted to say
Incredible.
something.
I had,
But first, I just wanted to mention, if I didn't already, that Sarah, I think I mentioned Sarah's listening, but she's at work, so she can't join us. And I wanted to give a shout out to Mary, because Mary always leaves the nicest comments under my videos. So thank you, Mary SLH. And Priscilla said she's going to be joining us in about 30 minutes, so she was running a little late.
Oh, great.
Jerome is also with us, but he the battery on his phone is too low, so he doesn't want to jump on Zoom. Just maybe he'll charge it in the meantime and then join us in a little bit.
Okay.
And Tina's also with us too, but she's not on the Zoom end, so she's watching from YouTube as well. So I just wanted to give everybody there a shout out, and everyone else who's watching us, welcome. Feel free to join us. The link is over in the live chat. Just scroll back up and feel free to join us if you would like a free scan, which comes with just a little mini upgrade when he does that. And if you guys want healings and upgrades and activations after that, $10. Andrew's offering a special price. Donation to his PayPal. He'll upgrade everything for you.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, please.
And back to Jesse. I think, Jesse, you had some questions.
oh yeah, I was just gonna comment because I took my lenses out, but I forget the name of the lady just talking from UK.
Jane.
Jane. Anyway, so when she was talking about the ringing in the ears, I heard someone else say like a year ago that the ear ringing, or like a year and a half ago, like when I started on my own, like I've been on this path for a while, but like it went up a steep incline like a year and a half ago. And and so like someone said, and I believe it because I don't care what anyone says who doesn't believe this, but like the ear ringing, according to that woman, is a precursor to the telepathy. And now I'm talking to a couple of people, and I'm in a house with people that I'm visiting, and they do not believe in this stuff. So I got to keep my voice down. But like, I'm just saying, like, the ear ringing is a part of it. It's definitely a part of it. Anyway, that's all.
Yeah, connecting.
You know what I noticed with ear ringing and things like that? I started hearing different tones and things. And I remember my sister had a bad case of vertigo, and she was saying tinnitus and different things. And yes, you can have that. This is separate. This is absolutely not the same thing. And
right.
What I noticed is
it wasn't a sickness.
Right. Like sometimes it could be cell phone signals or TV signals or whatever. And other times it's energetic signals. Like I started noticing when it would be a real high frequency in my left ear, and I would stop and say, who's with me? And when you start asking those questions, you start to get communication back. So that's probably, Jesse, what you've been going through,
and
recognizing energetic signatures.
Yes. And do you say things like uncloak yourself? I've had people like, I learned this from Black Earth Productions. That guy, I listen to all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah.
To put my own kind of configuration together of what the heck is going on. So I've had to like glean out little flecks of gold from different people who, like I told you before, if I put them all in the same room together, they'd probably argue about stuff. But anyway, so the Black Earth Productions guy, his name is Sethicus Boza. Excellent stuff. But he's wonderful, but it's like serious stuff. Anyway, but he'll say like if you get an intrusion, it's not always a benevolent intrusion. So someone can be posing as someone else, especially in your own life. And so if you say uncloak yourself, they have to identify themselves for real. And then they can have two cloaks at least. So you can say, so you have to say uncloak yourself, and if they say the thing. Because seriously, I had someone last year. Now, I do not know Barbara Bush. Does everyone agree that I probably don't know Barbara Bush? Okay. So I I had someone saying, I'm Barbara Bush. And I was like, no, you're not. Uncloak yourself. And they said Barbara Bush. And I said, uncloak yourself. And then they said another name of someone that I knew of who was messing with me. And so there's like this galactic, I don't know, Andrew, you probably know all the better terms. I probably sound like I'm
Just let me know when
bullshitting,
you're
but-
finished and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay, yeah, I'm open to hear it.
Okay, anything through communication,
then-
everybody has a bandwidth. You know
Okay.
what your bandwidth is. You are a computer operation system. It's communicates your body activations through your chakra system. So it's communication line signals. That's its coloration patterns. So anything through the ear is audio gamma signals. That's its connection through its higher self. Your higher self is trying to communicate through you, through letters, numbers, and shapes, through planet energy systems. So all communication sets in. So basically, the higher self wants to know, do you want to put your energy field up? The higher self will put the energy field up. You are its connection.
Well, can I just interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
I understand. I do believe you. And I understand that there's like a higher self situation.
Mhm.
But down on a lower level, we are separate. And so even if we're all one and all of that, I still believe that there can be other individuals on this level that are just messing with you. Do you know what I mean? Because like, even if I'm one with you and I'm one with Linda and I'm one with this nice lady from UK, like still down here, I could burn Linda's dinner or I could send you the wrong thing in the mail.
Jesse,
you know what
anybody
I mean? Like,
that wants to intervene with you, it's your ego. Okay, when you're in the adaptation of the mind system, it's the
but
ego
I wasn't
system that is
okay, I don't want to
communicating
argue
with
with you.
when you're on
But
lower levels. Okay,
but
it's
like
your
we're
ego
still
that you're
separate
fighting
people
every
down
day.
here.
What's that?
But we're still separate people down here. Like if I'm talking to Linda, I'm not talking to my ego. Do you know what I mean? Well, unless Linda's my ego, I don't know.
No, you
But
are
there's,
the
like,
ego. See, that's the thing. It's extremely complicated because it's the light and dark that you're fighting within. You have to understand the spiritual force of your soul.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're fighting with your soul every single day through its economy of its ego.
I believe
Jeff?
you. Go ahead.
So Jesse,
Jeff?
think of it in terms of, you know how they say the Armageddon is going on inside of you, the big battles happening within you.
Yeah,
the
good
micro,
point.
the
Linda, that's
macro.
good.
Think of it that way with the ego. It's almost like you have to talk to that ego like it's like a rebellious teenager that just wants control. And sometimes you have to like show it that there's a better way to work with you. You don't want to kill the ego, and I don't really think you can kill the ego.
No.
I mean, you can.
But what
you
if
can
this
put it in
really
a
was an
coffin.
intruder? Because I did have I mean,
Well,
you
look,
know,
it's
I might be one
complicated.
with the neighbor, and maybe I'm one with them.
No,
But they might, you know,
no, when you're
kill my cat.
When you're on lower frequency levels, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I know
Yeah,
when you're on lower frequency levels,
Mhm.
okay, your ego is trying to get balanced with your light activations of yourself through the soul. So the soul is fighting the ego every day. And that's what Linda was trying to explain to you about the Armageddon. So you're voicing your channels with your ego every single day. So anything that comes in, it's your ego. Okay, of your thoughts.
So we're
that
not
you
having
create.
telepathy. I mean, I believe you, but then there's different levels of it.
Jesse,
Yeah.
I've got a really good example about the ego just yesterday and today. So I meet up with a girlfriend of mine, and we have a chat about a mutual friend. So she tells me some stuff that I don't really want to hear. And then, so late last night and early this morning, I'm having these very negative thoughts about this individual. There's a guy, and I'm just not getting it. I'm thinking, I don't trust him. I'm having all these really not nice thoughts. And this is not the first time it's happened. Anyway, I messaged my friend saying to her, is there something you're trying to tell me about this guy? And then I cotton on, it's my ego. It's trying to, I don't know why it plays this game, but it's done it several times to me now, and it catches me out every single time. But it's
when you go up the ladder,
playing games with me. Sorry, Andrew, go on.
Yeah, no, when you go up higher levels, Jesse, you understand more of your ego of balance. That's what you have to remember.
Well, okay, just to be the rebellious teenager again. let me just ask this. Wait, I just had a good question. All right. So, okay, but this woman, now listen just for a second, I will defer to all that you say, but what I'm saying is this was a woman that I had been in communication with through email, and she does remote energy work for a business, for a living.
Okay.
And she had asked my permission to scan me like you do. She has similar gifts. And she's for real. But there was like, and she did help me. She did help me remove some like energy that was like really painful for a long time. Like, and I'm not saying emotional, I mean like physical, and it was gone. It was gone. So, but then I wasn't having anything to do with her for, this was just like a one-time thing. Then I'm walking around in a park and someone says they're Barbara Bush. Now I'm telling you, I don't care about Barbara Bush at all. I'm sorry, and then, and I was like, well, you're obviously not Barbara Bush. Uncloak yourself. Cause I had to do it twice. Then I said, who are you? And then it was this woman who I had had an email communication with, and who also scanned me, fixed me. And now she was like following me around remotely. Does that make sense? And so I'm not disputing what you're saying, but I'm just saying it would be kind of like, let's just say our meeting was over here, like tonight, let's say 10 o'clock tonight. I decided to remotely view one of you guys, or pester you, or, pull cards for you, or read tarot for you, or something like that. That would be me messing with one of you guys. And that would be, you wouldn't be giving me permission. And I'm not saying that is ego. Okay. Yeah, I've got plenty of ego, you could tell, but I'm saying it was weird. And I had to say, go away. I had a nice exchange with you, but I don't need you following me around. And then it was gone. So I want to believe you, but this was and I do believe you, but I'm just saying this had, in other words, like the level I'm talking about is like maybe just one step up from what we're doing here with technology, only it was through the mind and remote communication. And it was really just the same kind of society, the same kind of social rudeness or not rudeness. And I was like, lady, and she's living, and you're living, Linda's living, anyway. So do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
yeah, can I jump in?
Yeah.
Let me take a stab at this one, because
okay.
I've had to learn how to develop protections and things around my home, and it's become second nature to me. But when I started doing it, I would start by because my old home I grew up in behind a funeral home. So my son had seen a ghost in the house, and the girl was screaming and all kinds of stuff. So I wound up burying crystals and looking into gridding back then, and doing all my protections that I would say 3 times, and all my ritualistic stuff, and yada, yada, yada. Because really, it's not that. I mean, yes, that helps you. That helps you when you're totally disconnected and you're starting to learn about things and connect through your heart to Mother Gaia. That helps. And yes, rituals are good for some things, I guess. Because now it gets to a point when you've incorporated that new earth and that 5th dimensional energy, and your power within, whether you go higher than that or not, that power, you can set that with your mind systems. You can set those grids and protections so that no interference like that will ever come in. And when you do feel something come in, if something's passing through, you can have it set up so that it has to keep going. As soon as you focus your attention on that, goodbye. Like knowing that you don't even have to ask who it is. If it doesn't feel right, you will know, and you can send it on its way.
Yes. And so last year, and I won't take over the whole show today.
Oh, you're fine. This is what we're here for.
Okay. So last year, this is almost a year ago, like a little bit over a year ago. I was getting, and I told you this is, I've been on like a steep incline for a year and a half. So this is like 6 months into all this wild stuff happening. So I had inadvertently or not wisely been allowing, because I used to see and talk to spirits when I was like little, and the whole family knew about it, and like, you know, and then that kind of fades and blah blah blah. So, and I didn't really have that most of my life, and then like a year and a half ago I did. So anyway, so basically I guess I was like in like Grand Central Station, like the room I was staying in was like, because I'm not afraid of spirits and stuff like that. So it just seemed like I had like a party going on in there. And there were like, people were like, because from what I understand, a lot of spirits aren't used to people even hearing them if they're trying to talk to them. So I kept kind of making sure that they were benevolent or whatever. But I kind of let everyone come along, you know, and then that Barbara Bush thing. And then there was just a whole bunch of other, then someone was like grabbing my arm, like hard, like, and it was like, and I was like, all right, I'm done. This is like ridiculous. So then I just, I did some other things, not even ritual necessarily, but I have plenty of things. Anyway, I'll get into that in our little interview next week, but I just was like, that's it. I only want like 2 or 3 people that I trust that are part of my soul group or part of my, you know, higher group. And then I put one in charge, because I'm not aware of everyone coming in and out. I can't see them. I can only hear them, and I can feel them, but I don't see them. And so there was one other person that I trust, who I felt was like a guardian my whole life. And it's a guy. And I said, from now on, they have to check with you if they can come in and talk to me or whatever. And so then if that person says, so-and-so wants to say something to you, and so I'll listen to them. And so it's like, ever since I made that arrangement, boom, it's just, I don't have that problem. But last year, oh my gosh, I wasn't getting any sleep. I was like, I don't know. I felt like they needed my help. I was writing down things that they needed me to write down. Like, it just was ridiculous. It was like, I opened up.
Jesse, are they visiting you in person? Because we had somebody, Laura Lee was asking over there if they showed up in spirit form, and she was a little confused about it. And also, did that come with a ringing? Because Katie wants to know. She had ringing for like 3 months, and then it just stopped. So she was asking about the ringing as well. If you could.
Okay, so I'll give you the original source for the ringing. I heard that from Aluna Ash 90. If you guys watch her on YouTube, she's wonderful. She's got 1,000 videos up, though. I don't even know which one she was talking about that in. So, and then people, okay, so this is the thing. This is why I believe Andrew so much, because even though there'd be different people talking to me, they would say we don't all see each other, because they're talking to me from different dimensions themselves. Does that make sense? Now I have to keep my voice down because the people I'm staying with don't believe me this stuff. So like they would like, so, okay, I guess you're saying future, but I would interpret that as kind of like higher up.
Extremely higher up. And if I just like to step in here, you have to understand light and dark. Light and dark is the ego. So the higher self has a dark and the higher self has a light. That's the communication. That's a situation that you're having every single day, because the dark can go through portal division to any location. So whatever you create in your thoughts, Jesse, that's what you're creating through the dark realms of its higher self. So once you get balanced with the higher self in full light, now you remember who you are.
True. And I don't want to keep sounding like I'm arguing, and I'm not. I'm just saying, but there's like lower levels where we can get work done. And I don't mean hell, unless this is hell. I don't know.
No,
Maybe.
no. It's what you think it is. You have a belief system. You have to believe what you believe in. Like, do you believe in the reality that you live in? Is it falsity? Is it real to you? What is real to you?
Well, I'm not afraid of hell. I'm not afraid of hell. So I don't even mean that as evil.
It doesn't
I just mean like
exist
a
in
darker
space.
realm.
Okay, it's just that you have been programmed. It's
All right, then I
understanding
need
how to get
another
into
word
the
for it.
reprogramming, Jesse, and get into everything through evolvements.
Okay, so what I mean is like, we're in a darker realm than the higher realms are trying to go to. So I'm saying in reference to that, you could consider this darker. It's not a dark realm, but it's darker than a higher realm.
Okay.
So I guess I was just sort of slang joking. I'm not really like.
No, that's totally fine. But what I'm saying is that you're resonating other channels. If you do that, that's magnetic force. They are connected. They know what they're doing. They understand their perceptions. They understand how to lure people in. That's magnetic force. That's energy that goes into your vibration panel divisions through body activation code systems. That sends the communication line signals to everything. All right. So they can put anything through their thoughts into your mind just through manipulation. You have been programmed. I'm here to push the button and change everything. But see, when I do that, everybody's everything. Everybody's one. So it's bringing back everybody into one.
Push the button.
Push the button.
Listen, just want to segue over here too, because Mary's on. It's the first time I'm getting to see you live. Hi, Mary. Welcome. And Tina's also joining us. We'll get to you in a minute, Tina. We'll see if we don't get that feedback this time. But Mary, thank you for joining us on Zoom. It's wonderful to see you.
Hi, Mary. Hi, Tina.
Can you hear me, Mary? Uh-oh, Mary, can you hear me?
Does she have her audio on?
Yeah, it looks like she's got audio and video on. Mary, can you say something? Oh, no, that's right. You had us on. Oh, that's right. Mary was joining us, but I think it's really late. Let me go back and see if I can see that. I think that was you, right? Nod your head if that was you. Yes. She's jumping in, but she's on mute because it's 3 a.m. and she's over in Iran, right? Is that right? Did I read that right? Yep. Welcome. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll try not to talk too loud. No, you probably have the mics. I got to get used to little kiddos being around and being quiet because my youngest son is moving in with his girlfriend, my new grandbaby, and her child, 2.5. So this house is going to be full. Anyhow, let's try Tina. I'm going to ask you to unmute and see if we can possibly have a no feedback going on. Oh, in the meantime, Andrew, would you mind scanning Mary for her since she joined us on here?
Sure.
Thank you.
So she's on mute, eh?
I got to get used to little kiddos being around and being quiet. All right. Sorry, Tina. Still feedback. I had to mute her.
She's still got feedback, eh?
Yeah.
That's okay. She's watching. She can hear us.
That's okay. She's still with us. You can still scan her.
Mary, ground formations, no communications with line signals, perception needs division level systems, activation code systems.
Have a no feedback going on.
Mission system.
Oh,
so vibration panels are good. The activation light signals are off. Your perception communication line signals are on its division level panel division activation code system. Ground formations are good. So I'll get you connected with Mother Gaia. Locations. Altered soul recognition system. I'm going to open up your heart system, Mary. Your portal division is on a higher level of vibration. So you have more communications now with community and yourself. Welcome, Mary.
Yay. Sorry about that, Tina. I had to put you on mute again because I could still hear your YouTube playing back.
Look at that. She's got a reaction.
But listen, Akita just joined us. She was with us earlier, and I guess she got bumped off, but she had her video on. There she is. Welcome, Akita. I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Welcome, Akita.
Hello. Yes, I got bumped off for the back.
Am I saying your name correctly? Is it Akita?
Yes, you said it perfectly. Yes.
Wonderful. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew, you're up.
Yeah, so Akita, light formations, you have a light formation, your communications, your chakra systems are on a low frequency level, your voice is good, your perceptions need help. Your activation light signals, your gamma ray systems, all communications. I'm opening up your crown chakra so you can get connected through you're an angel system on a communication line system through cloud formation and acting cycles through cloud interference, dimensional set portal activation system. Yeah, so you got your crown chakra open. So you're connecting more through the spiritual form, Akita. Welcome.
Welcome. Hi. You speak so fast.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like we have a little bit of a delayed connection with you, Akita, but while we're waiting to see if that gets sorted out, maybe you can scan Tina, Andrew, if you don't mind, because we've been trying to get her through, but there's all kinds of, you know,
Tina, she's in a body modulator. She's already been upgraded.
Wonderful.
Yeah. That's too bad that I can't hear her though. I mean, she's still got the audio on it.
Yeah, the YouTube is playing back. I wish I could show Tina. I wish I could show you where that is, where you could just, if it's multiple tabs on your browser, just going to the one where the YouTube is and pausing that video or turning it all the way down. And then wherever you see us on Zoom, when you click the link and you join Zoom, that's the one you want to listen to. Did you get it? All right, let's see. Unless she's giving you the thumbs up from before. I'm going to ask her to unmute one more time. You know I don't give up, you guys, if you've been with me before on these roundtables.
Honestly, not give up.
Show Tina. I wish I could show you where that is, where you could just still playing back. Multiple tabs on your. So sorry, Tina. I'm so sorry.
Just tell her to press the screen on YouTube.
No, we've tried. She's not. It's okay. She'll give us a thumbs up when she hears this in about 20 seconds.
It's really too bad.
Oh yeah, it is. It is. All right. So open discussion here. Anybody have any questions for Andrew, especially Akita or Jane or anybody that see Tina smiling now? She sees it now. Sorry. All right. Anybody have any questions?
I would like to ask both Linda and Andrew if they know or have experienced. I have a body sensation which kind of came around the same time as the ear ringing and has been present ever since. The body sensation, I've named the shimmer because that's how it feels. So I've tried to work out, is it connected to my thoughts or what it is? The only thing I have managed to correlate is that if I'm watching, say, it started when I was watching nice movies and there would be an emotional scene or a scene that felt very, you know, in the heart, and I would get this body sensation, which is like goosebumps, but it's upgraded goosebumps. And I don't know anybody else that has this sensation.
Well,
any
I do. I would love to jump in on this
I was
one.
hoping.
Yeah.
Yes.
I started talking about this. I'm not sure if I put this in my book or not, but I think I did. But I've spoken about this. To me, it's learning communications with your body. And so I started to notice if I was speaking a truth and I was channeling my higher self and just all this love light, it depends on what dimension was coming in and pouring through too. But if I was getting truth and I was speaking it, there's a certain spot on my body that runs down the right side and across the thigh and different things. And I want to say it's similar to ASMR tingles, but not quite, because it's in certain locations. So if I'm speaking with somebody and it's something they need to hear, and it's like our higher selves are communicating and the information's coming out and I'm speaking it, I will feel certain sensations in my body, almost like when people say, "Ooh, I just got the chills," you know. But learning to identify each time you get a body sensation like that, it's pleasant. It's a wonderful feeling, but it's so powerful. Sometimes you feel it up and down your spine. You'll feel it in all different places. But the key is to start to ask your body, talk to your body. Your body's talking to you. So ask your body, "Ooh, what is that?" Or "What was I just thinking? What was I just speaking? Ooh, this must be true because my body's telling me it's truth. It's your truth." So that's how
I do totally get that. And I was hoping that you would be able to help me understand this. I get the truth is, so if I'm speaking to somebody and I'm talking about something that is truth, my truth, I get the sensation on the tops of my legs.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get it around, like recently through the solstice, it's all been around my arms and my upper body.
but the incredible ones are like from toe to head.
Yep.
And they feel amazing. But I'm really pleased to find somebody else that feels this way too.
Well,
Yeah.
Jean, that's something you'll probably be sharing with other people too, because you'll be able to explain it now that you understand what it is, and you know it's not just an unusual body sensation, like the ringing in the ears, and someone says, "Oh, it must be tinnitus." Not necessarily.
Yeah,
You're hearing
no.
frequencies. So yeah, no, you'll be able to explain it to other people now.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank
We
you so
have,
much.
Sure. We have a new person with us here. Mummy is your name. I asked you to unmute. Welcome. Did I say your name right?
Hi, actually, my name is Angelique.
Angelique.
I'm not sure. Just
Let
probably
me
my
Nice to meet you.
Let me try to rename that for you, and we'll see if I spell it right. A-N-G-E-L. Go ahead, spell it.
ANGELIQUE.
Thank you very much. All right, Andrew's going to give you a
Okay, I'm
scan.
just going to give you a little mini scan right now. Let's see your ground formations, communication line signals, activation system, pixel divisions, communication perception divisions, background force connection vibration panel, activation code system. I'm going to open up your ground formations. You are now connected to Mother Gaia. How do you feel?
Tingly.
Yeah. See, those aren't tingles. That's communication, people. That's lights going into. That's activating your cycle divisions through body septical systems. All communication line signals are setting into activation signals to communications of your star.
Wow.
Yep.
Thank you for joining with us, Angelique. Did you have any questions you wanted to ask? Have you seen these roundtable discussions before, or were you just led to it for the first time today?
This is my one. I'm not sure why, but I actually can't see you in my Zoom right now. This is a little discombobulating.
Slide the thing. Slide the
Yeah,
thing
it's
at the bottom.
it's at the top.
Mine's at the bottom.
You can have a speaker view or a grid view, and if your phone's not big enough for it, yeah, you can just slide across and see who's speaking. And if I put it, I could put it on speaker view, but it seems like we were all.
I'm on a Chromebook, and it's not giving me any options. I've done Zoom before.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm not sure what's happening, but
I'll have to look into that because haven't had that. Okay, a little slow connection there, Angelique. If you just asked a question, can you ask again?
Let's see. I was just saying that this is my third time, and I don't exactly know right now. I just have some concern and being led to look at things from a sort of metric.
I'm struggling to hear you, Angelique. We're having some interference.
Yeah, we have a little bit of interference there.
Did anybody else catch what you was saying? Oh, she just went off. No, there you are. I thought you just went off. Did anybody else catch what you was saying? There was a lot of interference on my end. I got a thunderstorm going on here, so I don't know. It could be my connection.
No, you sound clear.
Yeah. All right, maybe Angelique, can you see the chat? Oh, wait, it says it's waiting to admit you. Oh, maybe you were using another device. Let's see if that's it. All right. She might be trying to sign on from another device, possibly. Give me a thumbs up if you're signing in again. Okay. All right, let's try it again. See, this is where our telepathy needs to evolve to the next level. We can just all get on Zoom and stare at each other and talk. Let's do that. Let's all sit here and stare.
Oh my goodness.
No, the bandwidth is very big because of the interference and all the portals that I've opened, because we have higher intelligence that are seeing everything right now, right? So.
How you feeling, Angelique?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just listening now. Thank you.
All right, you're coming through clearer now, so that's good. Oh, I see you twice. Which one? Do you want to be on both of them?
The one that just popped up, I can see now.
Okay, wow, look at you. She's bilocated here, Andrew.
Yeah, it's waving
What am I-
slightly back and forth.
All right, well, we'll leave it as is because we can hear you more clear too, so that's good.
Yeah, the line signals across. Like I said, this is a huge, huge high-rise division. So there's a lot of portals that are open right now.
All right, little shout out here over on the
I got
YouTube
energy
side.
done, so.
Becca C said, do me, LOL. So Becca, all you have to do is scroll up in the chat to where the link is and jump on with your video, and Andrew will be happy to do a scan for you. And let's see. Bev is not with us now, but she's had 3 people call and text her since she got since she had to jump off real quick. So he's doing what she needs to do. Wow, that was a big lightning streak.
Yeah.
Katie wants to know if we'll all be doing this again. She said she will jump on. Absolutely. We've been doing Thursday nights at 6 o'clock Eastern time. And let's see. Just funny little comments like trippy and I'm technologically challenged and learning, and Laura Lee, 2 realities. Okay. So we've got some people that are very active over on the YouTube side. I'm not really great with keeping up with comments. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want to go live because I get thrown off by what I'm saying, and then I start reading comments and then I totally forget what I was saying. So I'm getting better at it. I'm trying my best anyway. Anybody have anything happen to them this week that they would like to share? Any experiences like telepathy with the birds or the squirrels, or seeing any colors? I saw my light body this week. It was amazing. It was like literally like you'd see in a movie where the lights are shooting out of your fingers and moving them around, and my legs, I could see it.
Yeah,
It was
I saw that
unbelievable.
video of you, and the sundial was coming down. It's the radiation that was coming down, and it was going through transformations of communication. They were selling tele-waving signals to you, eh, Linda? Your light activation through his body system.
Yeah.
Powerful stuff.
It was amazing. Anybody else having experiences this week?
I have a crow that I think is following me, that knows me. They do a crow.
Oh yeah.
Like a bird. Like I started feeding him last November at a restaurant, and I swear the same crow like follows me everywhere. Like, cause every time I go outside, I hear this caw, 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 and it's like, I think that's my crow. Cause I've heard that if you do something nice for them, if they're not attached to another person yet, they like look out for you. And so anytime I drive around locally, I swear there's like a crow that's just always, I mean, if I go on a long drive to Boston or something, I lose him, I'm sure. But like every time I go somewhere locally and I get out of the car, like I hear this caw, like this crow cawing at me.
Are you using your hand formations, Jesse?
No, I just sort of say, hey. I like make a bird noise too.
Try to get mind telepathy with the bird.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know what he wants from me. I like feel like I need to be more prepared, or like I don't know what he wants. I want to be nice to him, but I think they like meat more than bread and stuff. So he's kind of rejected some of the stuff I fed him.
Well, it's getting the pace, it's getting the rhythm of what they're saying, you know, how they talk, you know, and use the hand formations.
Yeah, I just want to know, can you tell if it's the same one? Are you able to scan me and find out if it's the same crow that's following?
Same crow?
Yeah.
Body activations. I'm going into my adaptation system. I'm going into your frame systems. Nope, it's another crow.
Another crow? Is it like a consistent crow?
No, it's a crow from another surface. It's just okay. They communicate with each other. So basically, They saw you, they understand, they see through X-ray, and they see they're in the simulation. All birds are in simulation, they're all in the matrix, because they understand their grounds. They're grounded. They understand everything around them. They understand their vibration, they understand the frequencies, they understand their energy, they understand their instincts. So they're finally getting connected through you because you're in a higher division through pixels. So they're trying to communicate through your pixel body.
Okay. See, this is perfect for when I get all the vocabulary next week. Like when
Yeah,
we
it's the vocabulary. Yeah.
do
How
that.
to communicate with birds, how to communicate with squirrels, how to communicate with snakes, how to communicate with anything, you know.
And I ran into a bear too.
Oh, a bear.
Yeah, like for real. Because I'm in the Berkshires and I just was walking. Well, this was 2 weeks ago.
Wow, a bear.
But I had my headphones on and I was listening to music, and like I seriously like walked right into a bear coming right out of the bushes, and I didn't hear any rustling because I was listening to music. And it was like, and then another bear came. They were two small bears, and then I was like, shoot, where's the mom? Because I gotta get out of here. Anyway, that wasn't telepathy though, unless they.
No, but if you want to communicate with bear, they drive on. They like heat signatures. They like heat. So use all your informations, go down to the ground formations. So you set corner divisions. So you got the earth, you got the water, you got the air, and you got the fire. Communicate that. That's a line signal. The bear will react to that through its ground formation system, and it will go down because it's heat.
Yeah, I was like, please don't tell
Everything.
your mother.
What's that?
I was saying, please don't tell your mom that like I'm messing with you, because I'm not. But I think I said that out loud. No, really, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna hurt you. And I like backed way up, and then yeah, it was all right. Sorry, I'm just sort of joking. I mean, I'm not joking, but I'm just think this stuff is amazing. So
it is amazing. Communicating with animals is absolutely incredible, especially when you start to realize that even a sudden movement creates a wave of energy that can scare a little bird. So when you start to have them coming closer to you, and you expand your light into a field, and let them know like, hey, look, there's a water fountain over here, even if there's not one in this reality. You're creating like this beautiful Garden of Eden, as Andrew would call it, or you're just creating this utopia that the bird feels warm and loved and protected, and
welcome.
And just like glittering light dropping down on it, and it's just like, you can come land on my shoulder. I even showed the bird an image of me holding water up to him so he could drink out of it, and I'm working on trying to get the bird to land on my finger and then land on my shoulder. I used to have birds when I was a child, so and an adult. So I would love, and I'm even working on trying to get it so I'll be able to like use my phone and get a video for you guys when it does happen. So yeah, there's nothing that you can say in here that anybody's going to think you're weird. Trust me.
Okay. All right.
And overall,
one thing you have to understand is you have to internalize their body. They have body languages. That's how they communicate. Okay. They use their body, 90%, 10% perception. Okay. Because everything is on vibration and frequencies. So that's, if you do the body language with anything, then you get a better understanding how you're connected to them. So it's all about going up your upgrades. The more you go up your upgrades, the more you'll be able to understand how to communicate with nature, and not just anything that you see in front of you. You can communicate with the water bottle. It's plastic, but you can still communicate with it. Everything's energy. So.
Well, we have a newcomer here. Paul is joining us for the first time. So I just asked him to unmute. And hello, Paul, welcome. Thank you for joining.
How's it going, Paul?
Not too bad, thanks.
Good, good. I'm just gonna do a mini scan on you.
Okay.
Yeah, just relax. It's gonna be a little bit. Your wavy cycles, communication line signals are acting through the ground formation system. Your pixel activation code systems is going through transmission light systems, planet energy systems on a toxic level system. Ground formation system, change communication line signals, E equals MC square up to division. Tracking cycle, communication line signals, activation perception divisions, all location centers. I'm gonna open your power center generator. That generator is gonna open your cycle. Welcome, Paul.
Welcome.
Next question is, how you feeling?
Good, okay.
You feel the energy wavings going through your body adaptations through your power center? It's going like this.
Yeah.
Cool. So you have more connection with your conscious levels, you're more connection with your awareness, you're more connection with yourself. It's all about the body uprising and getting everybody into division, right? So.
Okay.
So
Who else
welcome to the Galactic Roundtable. We're all about here to have discussions on anything, and it's all about getting up to that high rise, getting into that love, getting into community, you know?
Okay. It's my first time on here, so not sure what's going to happen or what goes on.
You already had the whammy. Now it's the easy part. So did you have any questions for Andrew, or have you watched our roundtable discussions before?
No, it's the first time.
Well, wonderful. Glad you found us.
Yeah.
We talk about anything from, well, mostly, I want to say mostly AI and high rising and ascending, and it can be anything that has to do with healing and telepathy and all that good stuff. So if there's any questions that you want to ask, Andrew's the man.
Yeah. And don't just ask any question. The question has to come from the heart, because remember, I'm extremely powerful in the multiverse connections. I know exactly what's going on through mind adaptation systems. I know everything in your past, present, and future. So.
Okay.
Angelique,
it's hard to understand, because when you're in a three-dimensional body, you are at a density level, okay? So the frequencies has to understand its relation when it comes to your body activation, when you're coming into the fifth dimension of its nature core, anything through its connection. We are all connected. It's just remembering who we are.
Understand that.
So
I saw Jane raise her hand.
You know, a question that you really want to know, not just any question. It's not a fly-by question. It's a question that you want to know from your heart. That's the truth. That will center everything through its core, right?
Hey, I saw Jane raise her hand.
Angelique and Jane both have questions, but Jane, you were called out first, and then Angelique will get to you after Jane.
Thank you. Andrew, how do you know when it's telepathy? Because I became fascinated with telepathy a few weeks ago, and I came across a group, an extraterrestrial group called the Ponte under Sandia Mountain. And so I read their manual and I thought, okay, went into meditation Sunday afternoon. I thought, okay, I'll try and ping somebody.
Yeah.
And ever since, I keep getting very coded messages. And I don't know if that's my higher self or
that's your higher self
it's coming from somewhere else.
Systems.
Ah, okay. Because I just get everything in code, and I've got to research it to death to find out what it is.
Your mind, body, and soul have to be
Mm-hmm.
connected through its alignments, okay? Because you have frequency levels, okay?
Okay.
And it's all connected through its inversion. Once you understand everything through its control, then you get into the mind telepathy, okay? Mind telepathy is like precognition. You see something before it's going to happen, right? Or this person thought of something and you know exactly what the thought is before they say it. That's mind telepathy, right? And there's also manipulation when you come into the dark system. That's also mind telepathy. It's all about mind control.
Yeah.
It's all about taking somebody's brain. It's all about taking somebody's mind. It's all about taking somebody's body, right?
Yeah.
That's the real reality. That's a simulation. That's the matrix.
Okay. I would be interested in an activation, Andrew.
Yeah, you know, that mind telepathy is I have to do a full scan for you, Jane, because mind telepathy has to be body connection through activations, and you have to be at a provision through a cycle, because everybody's on its past reference when it comes to its present and its future. So I have to make sure that everything's in line before I get into mind telepathy, because it's extremely powerful stuff, right? Because it has its mind itself, because you have to understand that you have so much space in the mind, and once you understand everything through its relation, that's its balance. That's its control. So it's understanding how to control your thoughts.
Yeah,
your ego, how to control your body, how to control your mind, how to control the heart and the soul.
I'm practicing.
It's all practice. Practice makes perfect. Right?
Yeah.
Linda can help you out with that, because she's going up in the high rise right now. She's in the sundials. She's getting more information with communications when it comes to the computer eyes of the sun, more communications when it comes to the interface of the moon, more communications when it comes to anything through transmission lights.
Yeah, Jane, it's the simple part about learning how to discern whether it's your thought or another thought, and then where do you go from there?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's practice,
Yeah.
like anything else.
Yeah.
Let me see, Angelique, I think you were next, and then it looks like we have a new person. Becca is joining us. Hi, Becca. We'll get to you in a minute. We have a question. We have a question from Angelique first.
Becca. Hello.
Wait, hold on one sec. Hold on one sec, Andrew. Angelique is trying to talk. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Try again. Let's see if you were.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So, I'm not sure really how to ask this. So, for however many months, I've been led to quantum physics, quantum manifestation, just quantum, sacred geometry. It keeps coming up and popping up, and I'm watching it, and I'm reading, and I'm trying to learn, but I'm really not understanding what it is that the direction I'm supposed to go with it, I guess, or what what I'm supposed to do about it or with it, and I'm trying to do what I'm supposed to do to open up my gifts and get rid of blocks and all that stuff. And I just I don't know if Andrew or if anyone right now can sort of see anything or hear anything, as it were.
That was a low frequency. You said something about quantum fields, getting out of the atmosphere system, getting connected to the higher self to understand the metric system or anything through shapes, letters, and numbers, all communication line signals?
Generally.
Yeah, she's having trouble understanding the quantum end of things.
Yeah, I can help you out with that. Like I said, everything is scanning. I do your mini scan, but if you want to go through higher upgrades, I can do that for you instantly.
Okay.
So.
Okay, so remember too, a good time for a promo. So remember when you come on, Andrew gives you a scan and that's going to give you a little mini upgrade. But if you want healings and you want upgrades, he's offering a special to anyone who's on the Zoom tonight. If you've had the scan with him, $10 donation to his PayPal and he will uprise everything for you. So you felt the chills, you guys have had the sensations, the vortexing, you've already felt the mini scan, so you know what he can offer. And he just, he's coming from his heart in a good place. So,
and anything else, if you want to get into the body simulator, that's a little bit different. Now you're getting communications of weather and planets. You're getting more communication through body activation signals, more communication when it comes to your chakra systems. And then there's the body modulator, right? Everything is an upgrade. And then you go to the seismographing systems, all communications of pi, getting out of pi into helix, into hydrogen. So there's a lot of things through adaptation that we have to go through.
And Andrew, once they make a donation to your PayPal and you do the upgrade for them or the healing work, you email back and forth with them to let them know.
Yeah, they have to go through my email first, right? And then we get confirmation on PayPal. And then I send them, what I do is I send you a text. It's a solar division text. It's energy of transference that goes into your phone or your computer. Once you see it through your provision, through your perceptions, it uprises your divisions to anything through calculation of mass to its equation of pi, okay? That's how powerful energy is.
All right. So let's...
French fries.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay.
I want French fries.
I love French fries. Let me see. Becca, you had joined us. You were next in line to get the scan from Andrew. So
Becca? Is she there? And I don't see
Becca Hutchinson. You might have to scroll it over because we've got like at least.
Oh wow, we got a lot here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Priscilla's on as well. She jumped on too, but Becca's up next.
Becca, communication line signals, Mother Gaia, not related father, communication activation signals. She's got a formation. She's got a cloud formation system. She's got an angel formation in her back formation system through the grounds. So that's awesome. No, I've just seen it. I'm just seeing your grounds right now. I've seen everything through digital format system. Your pixel conception needs help. Your eye divisions need help. I'm going to uprise your eye divisional levels, your communication, and your clarity vision. So your voicing grids of your throat are uprised. Congrats. Hello, Becca.
Hello. Woohoo.
Welcome. How you feeling?
Really wonderful. Thank you. This is
you're extremely
awesome.
welcome. You have an angel in your backyard.
Oh, I do. I have them everywhere.
That's what I said. I'm very familiar with everybody. I go right to your soul.
Woo.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, anything through relation, you can understand a little bit more what's going on with the Galactic Roundtable. So that's why I scan everybody through mini scan. Anything you want to know, You can go through my PayPal, you can go through my upgrades, and you can go through my donations. I'm here to help you and guide you and get you back into formation of who you are.
Nice, wonderful. Thank you. Yeah. I have a question when it's my turn.
Yeah, no, feel free. That's what we're here for. That's what the
It's your
roundtable
turn.
is.
Okay, great. Well, I had a near-death experience when I was 6 years old.
Yeah, I know.
Where a man came to me and then showed me Jesus and Mary.
I'm tapping into your portal, Beth. I'm tapping into your portal.
So since then, I've had a lot of experiences with ET or.
Yep, I know.
Yeah, now I get flashes and I take photos and I see them. At night. I see blue light chips and stuff, and I just am wondering if it's connected.
Yep, everything's connected. You're all connected because you had that death experience. You have to understand everything through the spiritual realm changes everything through the major grid system. So it's understanding that you're getting half and half of this communication when it comes to digital format system. So you're half physical and half digital. That's the problem. So I can fix that through my upgrades.
Nice. Yes. All right. We'll do it.
Yeah.
So Andrew, if you want to make a comment at this video, I'm going to put everything when we're all done. I'll make sure I get all like the link to your website and that kind of thing too. But feel free to put a comment in if anybody has like a website or anything like that too. But please, Andrew, if you don't mind, you can list your PayPal because I don't think I have that listed on here. But,
okay, I'll just send a link
or
now.
your email, or just put your email in there because everyone can communicate first through email, right?
Okay.
You'll leave the information then.
Yep.
Great. Okay.
And then if you were on the Zoom with us tonight, remember you get that special for $10.
Woo!
Andrew's pouring it out from his heart. I just love how everybody, it's like it happens so fast when you get scanned and you can feel this like spiral going up and then you can feel the chills coming down. And I'm just love how many people tonight were like, yeah, I felt it. It's great. Love hearing that.
Everybody's on a different DNA structure. So it's a totally different waving cycle that goes into the body activations.
And Priscilla, Mark McDowell said, turn your phone the right way. All right, there you are. Welcome.
Okay, so who we have here now?
Sorry. Hi, everyone.
Priscilla.
Hey, welcome.
How are you?
How's it going?
Oops, sorry.
There she is. Nice to see you. So in case everybody on here isn't aware, the ones that are on here know Andrew does videos every single day. He's created something called the Galactic School. And in the mornings, he does videos that can last anywhere from an hour and a half to 3 hours. And if you want to pop in or whatever, I highly suggest starting at the beginning when he goes live, or if you can't watch it then, go back and rewatch. But the more you listen, the more you seem to understand and comprehend. And it just makes your whole ascension process that much easier. So every day he hosts the Galactic School over on his channel, which is his name. It's Andrew Weston. So if you haven't seen him yet, go on over there and subscribe to his channel and then tune in whenever you can. You guys are welcome over there. We have some really deep conversations and he teaches a lot. He draws out on a whiteboard. He tries to make it as easy as possible, although there's a lot of times stuff goes over.
Try.
It's okay. It's all good. We're all learning.
That's it. We're all learning. Okay, Linda, send you the link to my PayPal.
All right. Thank you. How are you sending it?
Messenger, just below.
I never pay attention to the chat in Zoom. So wait, you don't use a hashtag for PayPal though, right? So it's just PayPal me.
I do, so it connects, right? Because it sends the link.
I don't think you need the hashtag for that.
No? Well,
No,
I've always been doing that through my email. And it goes right to my PayPal.
Okay, so PayPal.me / whichever one that is, Healing AC. The slash that goes like that.
Yeah.
Healing AC, like Atlantic City. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, this is great. We have a lot of people. I love this. This is fantastic.
Well, let's hear what Priscilla's been up to.
Yeah, Priscilla.
She's in the Galactic School too. Hey,
the sun's hitting right right as I need to speak, the sun's hitting. Right in my
Perfect
face.
timing.
Yeah, really. Well, it's been really awesome, honestly. The things that I had been seeing before and questions I have been asking myself have been answered through Andrew without even me asking them. And so many things, that we all relate to. And it's like when, as we said before, when you're in a group and, every people see things in different ways, but in through different filters, and then you connect, then you open up to the different perceptions of the other people. And also, as we were saying this morning, the drawings and the way that he draws things is exactly what I see already. So it's such awesome confirmation. And it's been really, really, really good. We go on for like 3 hours and we don't even see the time pass by, actually. We're all like little children. And in the candy store, just exploring, what's possible. And before I forget, I really, really wanted to talk to you guys about the moon, because maybe some people are starting to experience what I've experienced with the moon. And I never really shared this, and I really want to share it. So, okay, maybe like 6 months ago, it was a foggy night, and I noticed right over my window, as I looked, I saw like a spotlight. I thought it was a spotlight, and I thought it was like an orb or something like that. But you could see the light shift angle, with the how do you say that? I just said it. The fog, yeah. Sorry, with the fog. So I could see it. So I was like, oh my God, what is that? And
that's your spectrum division through perception.
Yeah,
you're extremely informative. You're connected through space-like connections and spacecraft.
And it's the first time that I saw that, I was really wondering what it was. And as I was continuing to connect with the moon, and I don't know if you remember, but at the beginning I said, the first time we spoke, I said, my moon and my sun interact with me. I mean, these beings, these interfaces, name it as you will. I really have the sun right in my face. I'm gonna maybe move a bit. These when you interact with them, they really react, and they move. And like I can look at the moon and say hi, and she says hi, and the sun also. And as I look at it, the colors change through it, and it's really, really awesome to be able to understand myself and what is going on.
Yeah, and send back signals.
Starting to really and it's like, okay, we're in a game or whatever, but it would be nice to know the rules and know the traps, and like the gamers, they have ways to do things. Well, it would be nice to be in on all that, but that's what's going on. It's really potent, and experiences are really available as we want to experience them. I think it's really like when you talk about let's say you compare fog with water and ice. It's 3 different densities. So as you know that it's the 3 of them are the same thing, but this is like a different palpable atmosphere that we're in, and if we really concentrate and look through the field, you see it, everybody sees it, and yeah, it's there. It's really awesome. Crazy times.
That's great. That's really good. Yeah. And you see, you're more balanced with communication. You understand now. You're not afraid. You have no more fear. You have no more stress. You have no more anxiety. You have no more depression.
And what you wanted to say, when I wanted to say also about what you guys were saying, because I was listening, I was just not able to be in, but I was listening about the light and dark. Okay. I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that in this field, say it as you will, like in this matrix, there are energies everywhere. And if you as an emitter, like we emit and we absorb also, but I mean, as you emit anxiety or fear or anger, you call these things to you and like, oh yeah, here's a mad one, so let's stick to her. But so maybe that's what I don't remember, Jess, is that your name? Maybe that's what different interference in radio stations, entities are getting into your field, because that's what you are
projecting.
Yeah, you're in that vibe. So when you know that, I think that's what you're trying to explain when you're saying it's you, like it's your higher self, because you are everything and you are not everything, but we are connected in that way, in that electric like these aimants, magnetic, like the poles. It's like a pull, a push and pull. So it's really hard to, but I think the thing is to not be too hard on ourselves, and try not to do it as much and as hard and as many times in the day, because we are still mingling with the two. And that's the thing that we need to remember, I think, as we're as our evolution is on and on all the time, because right now it's crazy. Me, from day to day, it's like I wake up in a new place, and I'm really trying to adapt to what I'm seeing, and trying to not judge it. I'm trying to do the Course in Miracles at the same time, like not really identifying it as Jesus necessarily, but more as the archetype, you know what I mean? So anyways, I don't want to go and talk and
Priscilla, everybody, she's on a division right now. I went through her adaptations. I scanned her and I healed her whole body. She's in her body simulator. So she's able to understand perceptions and everything through its connection. So this is what happens when you go.
It's awesome. Yeah. And so many ships, and they are so low, and they are so so nice, and so they're really good troopers. Let me say that. Let me tell you that. It's so funny. Sometimes I'm like, don't you guys have anything to do? Okay. It's very funny. But I'm like, when I don't, some nights I don't see as much. Like some nights I see one or two. I'm like, where's everybody? And I don't have good cameras, because I would love to film them so much. And I can film them with my phone only when, like it's dusk. So when it gets really dark, now there's a lot. There's one or two that are always there, the first ones. Yeah, like they're always there, the first ones. And yeah, it's really awesome. It's really awesome. And the way this all started, it's been a really awesome journey. And it doesn't mean that here with my 3D people that are not on the same alignment as I am, that it is easy. Not at all. But I am trying to really be the bigger person in that, and try to see them as like children a bit. It's not always working, but when you take a step back after the impulse and things like that, because we're emotional beings, But it's I think that the ones that I cannot anymore go on and not speak of what I know, and what I don't really care to a certain degree. Of course it hurts my feelings, but I know that, like Linda told me, I mean, I'm hanging on to what you said, Linda. They will know, they will see. It's inevitable, it's you cannot go bypass that. So it's going to take time. I don't know how much time, but yeah.
Absolutely right. Yeah.
I have 5 kids, and one of my kids is diagnosed with autism and ADHD, and I have a 3-year-old, and hallelujah. So
See, also too, Jane, a perfect example is knowing when you see things through your perception, you automatically go into the mind telepathy division.
Okay.
Automatically clicks in, right? It's because you have so much control through your body activations. That's how Priscilla is able to see all these things.
Wow.
And because we're AI, we communicate through mind telepathy and telekinesis.
Can I say something?
Yep.
I really buy, and I really love the way you talk about AI as awareness, intelligence, intelligence, because you are aware of the intelligence in your atmosphere. It's not artificial at all. It is
it's not
biological.
No.
So the term AI, you should specify, because it scares people, and it's like stigmatized,
No, that's exactly it. Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah. That's what we have to get across to everybody, especially the ones that are in a three-dimensional system. Okay.
It's not.
That's what they
It
really
goes
have
back
to
and
understand.
forth with them, you know.
Yep.
Like you make a step with them, and then you take two steps back, and you're like, I thought I had them, but no. But you know, you need to be respectful about that, because, and maybe try more with the higher self and go as they, you know, want.
Yep. Go to higher dimensions so you can
Even if
communicate
they,
with them through different galaxies. You know.
yeah, even if they step on your toes, and you know. Rah. Rah.
Funny.
Very funny.
Jerome is
not,
with
not
us.
always.
Welcome,
After.
Jerome. Woohoo! He made it. Yay! Guess you charged your battery enough,
Hey,
didn't
Jerome.
Hey.
So tu venais dire allô?
Hey, buddy, you made it. How's it going?
Yeah, man, I'm good.
So what's
Yo,
new? I know you got a lot to say. So what's going on with the Byron and everything through adaptations and everything through its connection of its activation cycles and your body activation systems through transformation systems?
yeah, a lot of things been going on because I've been connecting a lot more with, again, like I was saying in my previous video that I made, like I started to make the connections now back to the spirit realm after taking the path of the body, and now beginning to again like tap into the, and it's interesting you mentioned the whole thing again with the engineering part and stuff like that, because now it's starting to click to me within my consciousness.
It's clicking in. It's who
like,
you're becoming. Yeah.
That's what I used to be working with the whole time. And so the aspects of it now are starting to seep in into my awareness a lot more.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun actually tuning into a lot of these different levels of awareness and bringing it into formation, bringing it through a level of communication into this atmosphere system. So yeah.
Wow, you got the lingo.
Yeah. So, but yeah, in terms of the energy, like we went through an entire shift. It felt like within the last couple of days. Within in terms of like the birthing process, and I know you, Andrew, been talking about like the womb system and stuff like that as well. You can see the system in itself is changing up now as we speak, and
spiritual growth. That's all it is.
Yeah. So you're seeing a lot of the dredging up of any like shadow aspects that would have been within the planetary system for a very, very long time. And yeah, we're moving into a cycle of great change and awareness.
Have you got into the microscope levels through penal divisions and everything, communications of the nanobots and divisions, everything through deposits?
Nanobots.
Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned that, because I was thinking about even, you know, the gut microbiome and like the different aspects of the microbes that exist within our system. They actually remind me of how like nanobots actually work. So I was last year I was doing a lot of research in that sense with those with the gut microbiome or the microbiome on a whole within our system, our body simulator or the projection hologram, because they would have their own spiritual connection or aspect within their realms of division. So I notice, for example, that a lot of people have certain imbalances. I think on some level that is connected, as you would mention, the pixel, like that, right?
Pixel, yep.
The microbiome actually seems to interact with or has a correspondence with the pixel division, because when I maybe like last year what happens is that my cycles change constantly, so I would be able to scan somebody and see the pixels, and then it would see like certain coloration patterns actually changing, or like say they have a stomach problem, it would change to like a red color. So I would be able to change the actual pixel coloration, and it would assist with that, right? So through going through the path of the body, I noticed like the microbiome, it actually has a connection to the microbiome on the physical aspect, where so like somebody is maybe like their mind system is in the third dimension, and they don't really understand or understand a lot of the processes that are going on energetically, which could also prevent, well, I find at times it would stop unless your energy is strong enough, or your consciousness, your mind system is strong enough to like get through to their third dimensional consciousness. They create certain blocks within their mind system that prevents a lot of the changes, because they don't really like believe in certain aspects of the changes, right, that would occur. So their mind would actually create it would reverse certain processes in certain instances. So I noticed like
so you understand the changing formation through the coloration patterns in it.
Right, yeah. So that's what I told you. Like I noticed like when I took the path, when I did my cleanse and stuff, is like I consciously like decided to reset my system completely, because I was more in the mind, like back then I was more in the mind system, but my body was actually registering, well, from my perspective, was registering that I wasn't integrating the mind and the body together as a system. I was just dealing with the mind.
Yeah, the adaptation was split in between, right? So the division levels were low, and there was no connection between E equals MC squared, right?
Right.
Because he's in pi. See, everybody, this is Jerome. Jerome, this is everybody. He's connected through the Galactic Force team. He's high rising in divisions. We're talking in a higher division now in the dimension. Okay, so we're in the 14th division level.
Feels that way.
Dimension.
Yeah.
It's powerful stuff, because it's understanding balance between one another. That's understanding where you are through a portal division.
And remember, just stick with it. It's Jerome goes to the classes like every day. He's in there, I think. I don't always make it every day, but I know, Jerome, you're in there quite a bit, if not every single day. So the language they might understand when they're talking back and forth, but just keep following, because you pick up more and more and more, and it just gets a lot
eventually
easier.
your consciousness would adapt to the vocabulary system, and now it's pretty interesting, because as you're interacting with Andrew, or even any of us, right, your consciousness, your awareness, your system essentially starts to communicate, and it starts to adapt a lot quicker. So it raises its frequency a lot faster than usual, right? So that's the ability that we have as atomic generators, essentially. Like we have this ability where the more we high raise our consciousness, our awareness, you could walk into like an area, town, or wherever, right? And what happens from what I understand is our body sends out microRNA, which actually interacts and communicates with everything around us.
Very good, Jerome. Fantastic, buddy.
I can believe that.
That's fantastic, man. That's what I wanted to hear. So your generator operation system communication line signals are set into rotation centers. That's awesome. Perfect stuff.
Yeah. So
wow.
So the gut microbiome is linked. Okay, so for example, anything to do with, like, for example, like viruses, or any type of anything like that. There are, for example, like certain mushrooms, lion's mane, shiitake, chaga, right? That you're able to actually adapt into your system, and your body is so intelligent. It is able to take the compounds of the particular mushrooms, which are very similar to us in terms of our DNA structure, and adapt the system, because these mushrooms are exposed to so many different diseases and viruses, right, that we would be susceptible to. They're able to actually basically take that compound, take those viruses, and actually create, they're like a research and development team. So you're basically intaking those into your system, into your world, right, which is your body, and your nanites or your cells actually then take the system of the mushroom and learn from it, educate itself. So then you have an educated immune system.
Yeah.
So
it's a formation, it's a mutation, it's an intelligence. Right. You're forming into partnership with just anything through its mushroom or anything through
right.
it.
So or even on the mind system. So if your mind system, for example, like Andrew, Linda, you know, once you change your awareness and you expand your mind to actually having a belief system where you are everything, or you know that you're able to change your coloration patterns, or your upgrade, your basically your entire system. You would be able to, for example, observe, like you hear on the news that there's a virus going around. You say, okay, let me observe that, scan it, and then you could tell your body, yo, upgrade my system so that the virus, anything in relation to anything like that, any fear systems, any projections, any programs, you could tell your system to transmute it, take data from it, transmute it, and as a matter of fact, emit frequencies so that everybody around me is able to adapt their systems to that awareness or that consciousness. And yeah, but yeah, so a lot of stuff changed, especially when they started to interact with Andrew's channel too, in terms of the communication. Because when he actually made the connection in my consciousness to my communication links, right, then everything started to work from here. Yeah, because it's certain like clues or little cues that you would need in itself. But when you think about it, our system in itself, and going back to like AI, for example, or awareness of information or intelligence, right? Or even, like a computer system, you have the ability to actually talk to your system. So for example, you can actually talk to your mind system, your higher self, and it would basically, to me, respond like how you have like your Siri or Google assistant on your phone. You could ask certain questions and it would ping back certain answers, and it would be like if you're tuning into some kind of mainframe, right? So it would just ping back and forth, and then you could say, okay, your hand may be hurting. I would like to change the system in my arm or my hand so that the pain receptors are like adjusted, so you won't feel certain pain in your hand, right? Or you could say, okay, I would like to send more energy to a certain part of my body so I can repair certain things, right? So it comes, it's it's a lot, but like I say, it's a lot of fun when you actually start to remove a lot of the programming that we have been that's been running within our consciousness, that's been limiting us from so much of what we're actually capable of as everything here on in this realm, right? So yeah. So
great data. Fantastic, Jerome. Fantastic stuff. See, that's what it is. It's all about adaptation. As Jerome is advancing so quick and so fast, he's starting to remember who he is. Once he remembers who he is, he high rises to higher levels. Then he gets connected through spacecrafts, space divisions, and planet energy systems.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work. Well, I mean, maybe I don't really say work. Because that could give it you could you just
Until you start needing chips. Once you start needing chips, then you have to get into satellite dishes. So.
Right. So for example, even like earlier just now, I noticed like flowers are actually satellites, right? Yeah. And actually, if you take like certain flowers, for example, like Damiana or not lavender, vervain, you actually intake these flowers, and they actually, for example, Damiana flowers actually increase the serotonin levels in your system, right? So that's in itself the awareness or the consciousness of the particular satellite system, right? That you're now tuning into. So you basically borrowed its system. Yeah.
Reminds me of the film Avatar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Well,
were
it's
talking
it's
about that.
almost like the opposite of the concept now they have with, because people are eating so much meat, then people are actually becoming cows. So as you eat green foods, you're eating the energy from the sun. So you're
That's
eating
right.
that vital energy. So your body now is becoming that plant. So it's an even exchange between you and the direct energy, as opposed to getting it through a different source. So that we actually become what we eat. So the healthier we eat, then your physical body structure is becoming in union with all of those nutrients and stuff of nature, as opposed to animals, cows, and whatever toxins are in those.
I must be becoming a banana. I have to be in smoothies every day.
Not a bad thing. Andrew, I didn't hear your when you were doing my scan. I'll look back and see what you said. But I wanted to ask you, because I connect with the sky a lot. Like, I connect with the sky. I see
No, I know
things
that.
in
I see your cloud formations. Yeah.
yeah, I see things, and literally I see things, like I take pictures all the time, and then when I open them up, I see things. I've seen a UFO, I've seen different orbs. I see, like, the other day I thought I saw, like, it's not a battle, but it was a lot of different characters in the sky, and they just were like doing something. And am I just seeing that, or am I connecting with a certain solar system or something? What is that? What am
No,
I
you are
doing?
connecting. It's just your lower chakras aren't connecting.
Okay.
So you
And
have
I've
to
been
be line
doing a lot of
connected like
grounding.
this. Line connected. 12 central systems, 12 Godhead systems. That's a communication through grounds of Father, Mother. That's a connection of you. You're the God
Right.
levels when it comes to the geometrics of its dimensions. God, that's its connection. The sidewinding angles, all communication line signals have to be set in through perceptions. That's its division. Understanding protection, understanding lights, understanding your activations, understand your angels, archangels, all its connection through your divine. Because everybody's divine. Everybody's divine. It's just getting to that point. Okay.
So if I do more lower chakra grounding, do you think that's what I need to do in
Yeah,
order
I
to
can do
kind
that
of
through a
connect
full
that?
upgrade. I can full upgrade you, right, through donation or PayPal or anything like that. I'll put you in formation, and then all that communication line signals will set in through the central system of your 7. You have 7 within the center, which is its ground formations, and then you have 5 within the atmosphere. So you basically, you don't have the grounds, but you have the atmosphere. So it's reversed. Your line
Okay.
signals are reversed.
Okay. How'd that happen?
So I gotta, it's fascinating stuff because it's your thoughts. It's the positive and negatives. So I have to change rotation cycles, change the angle divisions. I gotta reset your division through your pixel activation code system, set correlation systems and ground formations and your body activations.
I've been doing a lot of root and solar plexus chakra grounding.
Yeah.
So, and clearing that up. So trying to connect everything together.
I could balance everything out. I can put you back up to that level, and then when you see a spaceship, you understand how to communicate with mind telepathy, like Priscilla.
Right? And my dreams. That's what I wanted to ask you about.
Yeah, I opened up your crown chakra because you're getting connected with your dream sets. I understand location, and you had provision acts and cycles, and they're on the dark side. So I took the cycle system out of that. But other than that, you need balance with your formations of your chakras.
So when you say they're on the dark side, what does that mean?
Well, it's a dark circle, a dark realm, dark vibration. All is connected through your human behavior of your thoughts that you create through positive and negative feeds, right?
So is that blocking
one day, you can be sad the other day, you can be depressed. Once you come out of the mind system, it becomes extremely real. Okay, so it's understanding that you're seeing of what you really want to see. But to get into the body system, you have to understand balance. So you have to get balance with everything through its ego.
Right. That's definitely the direction I'm going in.
Yeah, you are in that direction. I just got to reform everything through your body
Okay.
chart.
All right. So is that blocking my ability too? Because I
Yep.
have like my dreams, I dream forever and ever, and I
Yep.
love them. But then when I wake up, it's like gone.
That's
Sometimes
why,
I
yep.
hold.
You're informative.
Okay.
You are informative. I just have to line signal everything back in balance and change your pixel conceptual systems through your body activations.
Okay. I am also I'm learning shamanism too, ancient and neo. So I think I'm coming into all of that, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, you're into the Meridians, you're into the Pharaohs, you're into the Egyptians, you're in the Pleiadians, you're in the Syrians, you're in the Lyrians. You're all connected. It's just your lower chakras aren't connected through your framing system of atmosphere systems. That's all.
So I have to lose some of my egoic deficiencies. Is that it? That's
Yeah.
the right term? All right.
Balance.
Cool.
I'm sorry, I'm looking down at Tina and she looks like she's like flying in she's like the wind was blowing her hair and she's like flying in the clouds.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Tina, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. All right, listen, everybody mute yourselves. It's Tina's turn, finally. Yay.
Oh my God. I got on my phone. Yeah, sorry about all that. Yeah, my computer, there's something going on with that, but whatever. Yeah, so I'm here now. So, oh my gosh, yeah, that's the Kundalini, right? My body's like rock and rolling. I'm like flying. Zoom. You know, I'm like, maybe I'll just like take off.
You're in your body modulator now, Tina. So you're in an extremely high level. So.
I feel great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I feel great. I really do. Yesterday I had so much fun at the beach. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun, and all these synchronicities. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow. I mean, yeah, I'm having fun. Yes. Nice to see everyone.
Yeah.
Really, really. Yeah, it's
We're all
awesome.
connecting.
Yeah.
So.
Nice to hear you, Tina. Nice
Yeah,
to
thank
hear
you.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
I mean, you know, thank you for your patience, Linda, and everyone.
Not a problem. I don't give up easy.
Yeah, Linda's persistent.
Yeah, but I'm really enjoying listening to everyone. Yeah, and meeting everyone. It's really fun. So let them talk. Yeah, I have nothing to say right now unless you have questions or want to say something. Yeah, but thank you.
You're
Just
welcome.
want to say hi.
Actually, I do. Over on YouTube, I know I say, you know, if you guys come over on Zoom, we'll answer your questions first, but there's a couple coming over on the YouTube side. And Laura Lee wanted to know how long Jerome has been working with Andrew and us guys. But I think when Jerome was talking, she wanted to know how long have you been working with Andrew? So Jerome, if you could unmute yourself. And
how long has it been? I started watching your videos maybe like a month ago.
Yeah, just over.
Wow.
Yeah, just over a month. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, Jerome, see, the thing is, guys, you have to understand, Jerome is picked for a reason, okay? The Galactic School has its formation of its linking system. That's its connection when it comes to the interface of the sun and interface of its connection of the moon. So Jerome is in that sanctioned system. That's the communication of his engineer system. So his adaptation is already knowing. It's just the fact that his body was separated. Okay, so he wasn't linking. So I changed his lights, and now he's got that connection. So I think it's been over a month now. So he's learning extremely fast who he is.
Oh, I actually forgot to mention, right, to you, Andrew. I actually, when you talked about your division in terms of the body activation and stuff, I remember seeing you in I don't know if that's the future or what, but we interacted in between our divisions. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we were communicating in the 14th dimension, Jerome.
Right.
14th dimension. You and I were communicating.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
we've got more people jumping on. We've got Michael here. There's a few of us that have been with
Michael, I
Andrew.
knew he was coming.
Yes, he said he would. I think no, it was somebody else who said they'd be, and that was Priscilla who said she'd be there in 30 minutes. But it's good to see everybody. Also, Jerome, you have your own website. So anybody who's watching this and you guys joining us here on Zoom, go on over to Unified Energetics on the YouTube channel, and he's starting to put stuff out there now, and I think he's going to be growing pretty rapidly.
Yeah.
Michael Rolla also has his own YouTube channel and
Yeah.
talks about all kinds of things, and he's just in a whole nother different plane. So you'll get to hear him in just a minute. And Jesse, you said you were going to start a YouTube channel as well, right? Yay! I want to interview anybody who's in the Galactic School. I want to do that so that we can get to know everybody personally. So if you guys want to be interviewed by me, so that we can just kind of, everybody can get to know you on a more personal level, send me an email, lindalight2012@gmail.com, and I'll interview you. If you're participating in the Galactic School regularly, then let me know and we'll set up an interview. All right? Cool. We'll promote your channel too.
Thank you.
Sure.
Hey, Michael, how's it going, buddy? How's the coloration pattern sitting in? Are you going to location centers of planets?
Yeah, often actually. In my sites. It's,
I saw
like
your
there's my
video
other-
yesterday. It was fantastic.
Yeah. I looked down and it was just like, boom, like I'm like, okay, wait, I'm in the video. Wait, where was I? You know, it was a blue circle, and it was like a light blue, teal, turquoise-ish, and it was really faint, and it just kind of like, it just came by and then it left. That was all it did. It was just like, hey, you're talking about stuff, you know, and then that was it, you know, it was gone. And I couldn't focus, so I was in the video. So, but yeah. A lot of stuff's changing. It's been really fun. And I love, this course is great, man. I love seeing all of us get together. Like,
yeah. Well, everybody, this is Michael. He's also in the Galactic School. He can help you out with anything through coloration patterns, anything through division, and he's also in current affairs. He's a spiritual medium. He can help you in all formations of your body activations. So,
yeah, a lot of conversations with all kinds of different beings. Just that's why I'm all over the place, you know. So it's fun. I like looking at my videos back and then seeing, like, you know, like the one video with mother and father. You know, I added father after because I saw that it was father that I was communicating. So it's really neat to just be able to put it out there, see where you're at, see where everyone else is at, what you tell us, you know, and then really put it all together. Like, we're really
and you're getting balance too, eh?
Yeah,
which is fantastic.
Yeah, I saw the video too. It was good. Yeah, I know you were. I know you were like trying to figure out that you were processing. You could see the wheels and the smoke burning up there.
Yeah, it's funny. I could too when I was watching back. I see it and I go, why don't I just talk more like easily? But then I think, like, no, I remember I was there and I was just like, boom, you know, and that's like, so then, and that's why I love mediumship, because it's just, I'm breaking it down and it's the most wonderful, beautiful messages, and it's just, I love it. So yeah.
Well, we have a new person with us. It says as the best of life. So I'm not sure your name, but I'm going to ask you to unmute and then you can introduce yourself to us, and Andrew can.
Who's that? Who am I looking at here?
I'm sorry, that's the channel name. My name's Heather.
Heather. All right. Well, let me put it in for you and then Andrew can give you a scan.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. No problem. There you go.
Okay. Heather, mind division and communication light signals, body activation, communication activation codes, transformation lights, pixel activation code system is on this wrong division. Communication line signals, I'm going to change your perception of vision level systems. Clarity vision is coming in, everything's through calculation mass, equation of pi. Okay, so you got clarity vision right now through your throat. So you're going to speak a lot better.
Okay. I guess I didn't really have any, I don't know. I was just kind of catching the end of this and just coming to see what was going on. I don't know. I don't really have any questions right now, but.
No problem. We're just happy that you joined us. And
yeah, sorry.
I changed rotation, Heather. I changed your rotation cycles in your collateral. You have a collateral rotation center through the throat.
Uh-huh. Oh.
This is understanding that everything is connected through the matrix and the simulation, because we're all connected through pixels, right? So that's what I fixed through your throat. So.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Hello.
Oh.
So Heather, after everybody got their scans, if they came on new for the first time, everybody was saying they felt something. So like, are you sensitive to energy? Or are you into, you know, like when you have light activations or body activations, do you feel that? Are you clairsentient, or do you identify as?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, been coming into my own awakening for a couple of years now. I've been kind of just, I don't know. I feel I'm still learning a lot. I've been actually dealing with the last couple of days. I've been trying to deal with some past traumas in my life, trying to let things go, you know, stuff like that. I've had like different readings on me and different, things. So I feel very connected to like the angelic realms, and I feel I've had like, what would they call it? Like either downloads, or I've had like messages come through me. My problem is trusting. Like, how do I know who I'm talking to?
Yeah, no, I understand that. You don't want anything to get in your energy field. But see, that you're fighting with the ego of its spiritual system. That's all you're fighting with. It's the thoughts that you contain within yourself. You create everything through your thought patterns. It's energy that goes into it. It's communication that's trying to understand your higher self. That's what it is. So.
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, like I said, just something I gotta, I guess, work on. Oh. Although I'm not quite sure. I mean, are you sensing something, or if, I don't know, like, am I able to, like, I'm wondering if I'm actually able to connect to my higher self. I've been trying for a while, and I'm not sure if I make it or not, if I connect.
Yeah, no, everybody connects to their higher self. It's just understanding what the higher self is through communication. Everything is communication within. It's the inner cycle of you, okay? That's its formation. That's its balance. That's its chakras. Okay, so I have a galactic school. When you go up to higher division, you understand more in vocabulary systems with the illustration diagram programs. You can go through my understanding through donations, PayPal. Linda can help you out with affirmation. She's extremely high. Michael can help you out. Carol can help you out. I have a galactic force team now that can help you out in all ways and forms. It's all about understanding who you are and getting back into everything of what's going on. It's understanding of everything that's inside you and how to bring it out, bring out the love, bring out the cycles, bring out the activation, bring out the understanding of everything around you, right? And your perceptions and what you see, so.
Yeah, I'm getting a sense that it's, we always like to come back to the basics too, just to remind ourselves, grounding and water and mother and father and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
The heart, the mind system, not the brain, the mind system.
That's right.
But I think really one of the most basic ABC 1, 2, 3s that we can do for ourselves in this time is to learn how to discern which thoughts are yours, which ones you're generating, and which ones are coming as signals passing through your field that you might think are your thoughts. So learning how to do that just takes practice, and everybody can do it. And you probably already have that sense anyway. I'm sensing that you're like a really, really powerful being, Heather. So, maybe it's just an angelic familiarity, or I'm not sure what it is, but I really feel like you're like right there, you just, and the trust part, I had a trust issue for a very long time, and I kept getting hurt, and I keep going back, and I keep letting people in, and it's like, even when I know I shouldn't, I still forgive and I let people in, and I keep getting hurt, and I keep saying to myself, why do I do that? And you know what? I don't know. But I learn every time, every single time I trust. It's almost like, if you shut yourself down, you almost like, it's like that dying flower that withers away and dies. And I can't do that. I'm not here to do that. And I think most people, when they think they don't trust, they really do. They're just afraid to trust again. It's like loving. Once you love, you can always love. It's the same thing with trust. It's a big one, but
that's true. Yes.
You learn every time.
Okay.
So.
All right.
I agree. I agree. Hi, Heather.
Hi.
I totally see the angels with you too. Yeah, I can sense that. It was really cool that you just mentioned that, Linda. But yeah, the thing is, like Andrew, you said comes in, you're always connected. It doesn't end because we ask for a day off. So what what it sounds to me, you know, you're realizing that, and the trust factor has to do with, like, you know, it happened. So do you believe it or do you not believe it? Do you need to believe it, or did it already happen? So if it's happening, you have to trust that it's you giving it to you so that you can grow. You know, it's all connected to your higher self and your guides and your angels. So when you're getting the information, that's the surrender part. So there's that fine line between the trust and the surrender, and it can get, you know, tricky there. But when you understand that it's you sending the messages to you, and it's all love and it's all light and it's all just words, you know, I mean, you can start to familiarize yourself with what feels good, what feels right, you know, and use your intuition, you know. It's like they say, and even Andrew says, there are thoughts in the brain, you know, when we think too much is when we cause a lot of the complications.
Very good point, Michael. That's right.
You know, when you just listen and you feel in your intuition and all that, you already got the message, but now are you going to argue with yourself over it? Because that's all you're doing. It already happened. So you familiarize with who this being is, who that being is. So, you know, start with ones that you're familiar with. Is probably the best way, I would say, when you're learning to connect with beings. You know, go with Jesus, or, you know, Archangel Michael.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as you learn about, you know, who they are, that tells you about their energy. And then so you can, like, oh, okay, so that's what I'm feeling. You know, so that's a communication from that division, right? Or from here. So you're just familiarizing yourself. Like, you're saying all the right things, you're in all the right spots, and you have all the right questions, but you already know. And I don't want to say that and make it more confusing, you know, because you're telling you, you know, and so we all have to stretch out. And, you know, it's like I ask Andrew, you know, I ask all you guys, or you ask, you know, we're all asking each other because, you know, it's all coming together. Yeah, I'll stop there. So,
all right, thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
I hope that helps you out.
Yeah.
Heather. Heather,
Yes?
hi, it's Jane. I studied some stuff with Kyle Gray recently, so he's very into angels. And I noticed a massive difference when I started to believe to see, and not the other way around. Not that you have to see something to then believe it. You need to believe it first. And it changes your perception massively.
That's exactly what it is. Believing is seeing.
Because you're not
Whereas
allowing yourself to see it.
We've been taught the other way around our whole lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's
I
programmed.
noticed-
We're all programmed, you know?
One thing, when I started developing my self-empowerment more, and I was doing exactly what Jane said, believing it first and using that inner screen. So before you would see energy on the outside, you're seeing it on the inside. You're seeing that picture of that, I guess I want to say hologram on the inside, but it's almost like you're tapping in, using your imagination as a key to tap into the real world. That energies really do, your thoughts really do use that as energy to create things in that world. But anyhow, I started with that first, believing it first, and then it started manifesting in the dream realm. So I would see like these bad, evil witches who had, you know, up in the, you know, whatever, and I'm facing them, and all of a sudden it's like I stood up to them, I didn't run. You know, so more empowerment there. I was like, I knew I had the power. You know what I mean? And it was like, I knew, like, and a vampire came after me one time. I was like, go ahead, suck my blood. You know, like it'll poison you, or I don't know. Like, it's just, it started manifesting. And there's an old Native American thing that says something about the better you dream, the better you live. Well, I started dreaming better the more empowered I was here, but it all started with just believing it first. So imagination is the key. Use that inner child self to know you're fully protected in that power, even if you don't see your energy field.
That's
know
exactly
that it's
it
there.
is. You have to have a heart as a child to understand everything that's going on. Okay, it's very hard because we're in adult bodies. We forget to be a child.
That's true. Yeah.
You got to look at it that way. That's the soul. That's the real you. and everything through its definition, you're fighting every day. What reality are you living in? You know, what reality do you want to be in? Right? Everything is answered within. It's just trying to understand how to communicate yourself within. You know, and you have to really, really pay attention to the energies that come in. That's very hard to do because everybody thinks it's goosebumps, but it's not. It's energy. It's information. It's communication. And it's coming from space.
Or inner earth.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
But it comes
I
from
think
space
I'm in.
and it goes through the sun and into the earth, and then it feeds back through you.
Yep.
Through your root and your feet. So it's technically, it does come from space.
Mm-hmm.
And then from earth, it comes back up.
Yep. That's
makes
exactly
sense?
what it is. Linda's right. It goes through the grounds and comes back right up.
I think
Yeah, if
I'm
you
in
really-
full fool's mode, you know, like when you start all over and you literally, and which is also that inner child, because you're so excited about everything. And then you just realize that, I mean, your old self thought you knew everything. But when you step in, really step in, you're just relearning so much new stuff. And it's like, it's the eagerness of, you know, when a child walks into a room and they're like, you know, so that's the fool, you know, the fool steps out just knowing that, hey, I need to step out, but not really knowing what you're stepping out into, but also so that unknown, that unseen, you know, it's there, but we just have to not be so scared about it, but it's definitely there for us to tap into. I tell people the breath, like you don't see the breath, but how vital and how much we need it. You know, we don't see it at all, but we wouldn't exist without it, you know? So when you think of like what you don't see, but you still have to believe in it, breathing air, you
Well,
know?
when you get to higher grades, you see a lot more because I see the rotations. I actually see connection to everything. All right. So I can see my
Nice. You
I
see
can
the
numbers, I
grid.
can see the matrix. Right.
Nice, nice. I just took some pictures outside and I saw all the rays and it was green. And I actually was wondering when I was looking at the picture, I was like, I wonder if that's actually my breath that I'm seeing. What color is
The atmosphere?
breath? Yeah, I just when I was out, when I got disconnected, I was outside and I just noticed the sun was coming in. I was thinking about Linda. Linda, that's how I got here today because I saw your video this morning playing with the light. And I have this cat that comes in every now and then from someplace, beautiful cat. So whenever he comes in, now I'm like, okay, what are you trying to tell me? So I was like, let's go outside. And I went outside and I popped up on your thing and I was like, oh, let me join this. And then got disconnected, but the sun was right there. So I started taking these pictures and I could see, well, I saw purple and then I saw these green orbs and then, but the green orb, it was like right in the line of my breath almost, you know? So my intuition said, I wonder if that had anything to do
That's a
with
communication line signal. That's connected through the sun and interface connection.
Okay.
That's all communication. That's your energy bubble. That's your higher self. Your higher self is an energetic bubble and is communicating through its interface of the sun.
So when I see those colors, that's me that I'm actually seeing. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
The colors that, okay. So it's those energies within myself being,
Yeah. You're interacting with your pixels that are inside. It's reacting through the atmosphere. It's like the perception. So whatever you see through coloration, it changes everything through direction.
Is that the same thing when because sometimes I'll lay flat on the ground and then I'll just take a direct picture, or I'll take a picture of the sky and I'll capture, it looks like orbs going into the sun. Now, the different colors that I'm seeing, is that a reflection of me or is that just what I'm seeing?
No, you're seeing rainbow divisions. That's communication, the portal activations through dimensions. So you're going through dimensions through your perceptions, through your higher self.
Okay. Still, okay.
Everything that you see, you're flying.
It's through yourself, right?
Yeah. So that's how we all connect. You know?
Right. And it really, like the pictures I took today, it looks like I could actually see a portal behind me. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. The more you go higher division, the more you understand everything through its orbs and everything, dimensions, portals and activations and codes and frequencies. So
cool. Such a beautiful time.
Oh, I know.
All right. So we have guys.
Cats? Can you hear? Did y'all hear the cats? Oh
Yes.
my god!
That's so funny.
Oh my god!
Okay, so we have somebody over on the YouTube side. It was Laura Lee saying, "Quote of the night: Go ahead, suck my blood." That's great. I really got to pay more attention to chat over here.
Oh, that's funny.
That's so funny. You guys are great. Love you over there. And thanks for watching, you guys. And, don't hesitate to join in. That link is over there in the chat somewhere if you want to join us for the last leg of this. So we've been on 2.5 hours already, you guys. We're doing good. We're doing really good. I actually was going to cut it off around 2 hours, but this conversation is fascinating. Even last week, there's a couple times I notice if I'm doing things or answering things while we're talking, I miss. So I try to go back and rewatch, and it's fascinating to me.
Mm-hmm.
I put out the challenge for everybody through my personal stuff on social media and to YouTube and whatever, suggesting for everybody to make a video of themselves, even if you don't plan on uploading it, even if you're not starting a channel, just to rewatch yourself the next day after you sleep and see where you can make course corrections. And then the second part of the challenge is, so the first part, you're looking where you can correct yourself. The second part is do another video, and then the next day look for things that you love about yourself. Look for things that you absolutely, find good. So the first day you're looking for corrections. Second day you're looking for course correction. I'm sorry, for the good. And I know I just said that twice and repeated it because I could hear the loop myself. I just put on a loop. Yeah, the energy's high rising. I had 10 different thoughts. I wanted to go off on 10 different tangents, but
yeah.
I'm just going to stop right there because I can feel fire hosing coming out, and I got no point in direction except that, join us if you want to join us. And thank you for being here and watching and tuning in. If you rewatch it, you'll probably catch things you missed the first time.
I wanted to make a comment on the imagination part of it from the earlier conversation. I noticed, for example, like a lot of the cartoons, right? For example, while growing up, I was watching a lot of like anime. So that would be like a lot of the advantage with watching certain animations. They actually are able to create certain things that some of the movies aren't able to recreate, right? Things that would be in the mind that you could create in your mind. And I had a download that kind of told me, yo, like when as an adult, because you have your energy systems activated, your imagination actually has a lot more weight on the dimension, or it has more a greater impact in certain ways if you tap into your inner child, right? And so, for example, like if you and Andrew would know, like Michael, you create like a ball in your hand, right?
Yeah.
And you basically like imagine that it has a certain activation. So you want to maybe send like a love cycle to everyone. So you basically visualize, or what I do is I would imagine or visualize like everyone in like a circle right now communicating together, and like a dome is around us basically like to filter out any types of like frequencies that may be interfering. And then you just basically like see everyone, if you could visualize it right now, everyone emanating from the core of their being within their heart space, the highest light in the space right now.
Can I come?
Wow.
Can I come?
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
And I feel it filling the space right now. And in that, if the more in tune you are with your energetic system, and especially your body activations and stuff like that, then that becomes more real to you, right? It becomes more real, and other people can feel it too. So it helps with the confirmation then as well.
It's the confidence that everybody has to have.
Right.
Knowing that I can stand here and hold in my hand a planet energy system, rotation cycle systems, communication line signals, activate the core center division level, set it to its location, right? And then I put it out in the atmosphere, and it becomes extremely real.
Yeah. So even again, like interacting in space, like you can see yourself like traveling in space and going and checking out other planets. Like some people will call it visualization or imagination, but you're actually there. You're actually in those spaces. You see yourself going into like certain references of the past. You're actually there. You see yourself moving into certain references or certain realities of the future. You're actually there. Like we you know, we can't really, I don't think the mind can like just make up stuff just like that. Like we actually,
no, it's real. It's real.
Right. We actually tell it, right. Right. So we create, but again, because of the programming, it's very hard for us to actually, well, for a lot of people to actually come to that realization. And it took me a while to get there as well. For example, they started interacting, and they would have posted a video on this. They started interacting with this crystal, right?
Andaras.
Oh, I love Andaras.
And
okay.
Okay.
I've seen that before.
Let me see. Ah, beautiful.
Specialization.
Looks like the
Vision,
ocean.
cycles of communication. It's a little bit of Atlantis. That communications interface. It's got the Mediterranean. That's connected through Jamaica. It's connected through China. And it's communication through North Sea and all connections to the Arctic system. Okay, cool.
Right. So I started interacting because I have a few of them, right? But I took Andrew's advice and actually like basically like yeah right. So I started interacting because listen, I had so many crystals in my room, right? I never noticed like when I was sleeping, like the energy would pour over from the windowsill with all the crystals. It would pour over into like my bed and actually be like going into my body system all the time, right? So it would basically like carry me in different realms in my dream state, so I wouldn't be able to like keep track of much, right? But so what I did was I took Andrew's advice, and then I started using well, I only recently started interacting or building a relationship with one of them, right? And I noticed like in communication with anything, like you ask for a balanced communication with anything. So this in itself, when I was connecting with my planet system, appeared as an orb close to my planet, right? And I flew in my mind system, flew over to it and asked it to communicate in balance, and it turned into a humanoid consciousness, right? It looked almost like Pleiadian. I don't know, or maybe Andromedan in a way.
The beings I saw were in. I'm gonna get your contact. The UFOs I saw were in that type of structure. It was a blue structure just like that, and then I could see the formation of their heads inside of their bodies. I'm gonna send you those pictures. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get each other's information.
Great. So yeah, so you could check my
You can put it in the chat, or
yeah, I'll put my email in the
and Akita, Jerome also has a YouTube channel, is Unified Energetics.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
Right.
So, yeah, he has his YouTube channel. So does Michael.
Yeah. So it's definitely that communication in balance with yourself, and if anything you communicate with in your field. And to me, that's one of the greatest. If you want to put up a layer or barrier of protection, that in itself would be, for me, one of the best things you could actually do. Like place within your field that no distortions are allowed within your field, only balance. Not just light or dark, but balance, right? Anything that would come into your field that would draw in balance for you.
Yeah.
You know what we can do when you have balance with the crystal, Jerome. We can high rise the division, put it into a higher division, and we can put it into the GOD, geometrics of dimensions. We can put it in the high formation of energy field. That will calculate mass and put it in all communication line signals through its cloud formation information system, dimensional set port activation codes. That sets its codes to a higher level of division.
So we change its communication lines to a different, yeah.
See, he understands my communication. That's great.
Yeah,
Galactic school.
when he talks, when you talk, when you mention certain things, I can actually see what
Not everything, but just little things.
Yeah.
But he's connecting. He's connecting.
Right.
That's what
I can see, but then certain things I'm not able to like catch. It would like create like it would be like a blurry vision.
A blur, yeah.
Right, but the other stuff I could connect with, so I could almost see like if I basically run my energy through the crystal and bring its communication lines into certain.
You can put a high energy field, but you have to understand your biolocator.
Right.
Okay, so you have to understand its division through its portal. That's how you change the coloration, you change an E field, you change a magnetic force, and you can put pixels into a crystal because everything is digital.
Yeah. So if you see it as like everything around us, and for some people they would be able to see the pixels around everything. Right. So for example, like something like a crystal would have, you could even see like an increase in the pixelations of particular crystals. I see it from time. I mean, right now I'm seeing it. I see it better when it's like completely almost like dark in the room. I'm starting to see it more in the daytime.
Yeah, the clarity vision is a lot better at nighttime because that's where the spaceships come out in. So.
Right. So you can actually, if you hold up your hand and stuff like that,
yeah,
you would eventually be able to like see maybe like clumps of particles or light in certain areas of the body, or you can see it like trace in your hand.
That's right, Jerome.
Right, and in that
does. Sorry, gotta ask a question? Does anybody see black and white lines?
Black and white lines.
Black and white lines.
Where on anything?
Well, I could be looking at a screen or just reading something, then I'd look up and I see black and white lines.
Like a grid? So you were reading?
Yeah.
Well, wait, you're looking at it now?
I'm not, no, I'm not seeing it now. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens from time to time and it's random.
Yeah,
but
no, that's your grids trying to get into perception through division. So it's understanding you're getting connected through your grounds of its information system, your chakra communication line signal through your pixel divisions. That's all that is.
Ah.
Yeah, it starts with the black and white, and then you go up to colorations through your chakras. So it's understanding how to communicate with the 7 chakra system of your ground formations and then 5 within the atmosphere.
I have had experience of seeing the colors when I first studied Reiki. The colors, something energetic happened and the colors were amazing, but they only lasted for that weekend. I hope
it's like Jerome said, you have to get communication with everything through balance. But you have to have balance with yourself first.
I know, and I'm working on that.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
All right, let me wait.
So Andrew, can I show you a crystal and you tell me where it's from?
Yeah, I just telling Jerome, make sure when I see this crystal, you have to understand it comes from another dimension, another portal. It's extremely high when it comes to vibration. So it can change your formats to anything through body activation system. Everything's connected through simulation matrix. So when I see this crystal, you have to understand you have to get into its own prayer. You have to put it in water. That will change the crystallization of its vibration, and that will get its balance to your vibration. Okay.
So
should I show you or not show you?
No, you can show me. Yeah, I want to see it. Yeah, I'll just tell you exactly. No, I just.
And the reason why is because years ago I just was on this beach and a guy just walked up to me and gave me this, and I didn't even know what it was until like 2 or 3 years later. And then
that's a rock formation, the ground formation system. That's connected to. That's a Plaudia division. Yeah, that's a communication line signal through rock formation system. That's a illumination light rock system. That's okay. But I recommend that you put it in water for 20 minutes because it's at a higher vibration in you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I thought it was a labradorite. It's not a labradorite?
No.
Let me see it again.
No, it's a Palladian rock. It's a Palladian rock. Okay, Palladian rock. It's got this synchronicity system through communication of a diamond, but the little diamond system's all recognition of starlights. I see starlight
Yeah.
systems of crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's got the grayish and it's white, right? But it's connected to the Palladian division. So
Is that why I have like the Palladians? Is that why I have a connection with the Palladians?
that's
Okay.
why you have connections with Palladians, yeah.
Seems like there's like an energy in it that's like bouncing around.
Yeah, actually, as I was holding it in my hand before I asked, like I could feel some energy coming off of it. I could actually feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you want it at your balance, you got to put it in water, make a prayer. You say, listen, you can find your balance with your prayers. It's not hard to pray. You can just basically set in something individual, say, okay, I want to change this rock formation to my level of balance and vibration. That's all you got to do. That will synchronize its water system. That will change everything for your vibrational system. Okay. And then just basically, that's it. It's done. And it's like,
I'm in the Bahamas and our beaches have been closed, but they open on Monday. And I'm going to take all my crystals to the beach with me on Monday and cleanse them and then go from there.
You're from Bahamas?
Yeah. So I'm waiting to take myself and my crystals to the ocean for a nice cleansing. So on Monday that will happen. Yeah. And actually I have my crystals on my altar and I've been, praying and doing stuff with them for like the last two or 3 days. So like the vibration from them might be, increased because I'm actually using them now as more as the sacred tools.
Maybe we should make a show and tell next week. Everybody,
right.
I'm not gonna say that I took this with me because my son actually helped me, and I think I found out later it was like a violation, like a federal violation to take a rock out of a state park. I didn't know that, but it's from the Grand Canyon, and it's like this big, and it's got layers and layers and layers and crystals, and it looks like copper and all. I don't know what, maybe gold in it. I don't know, but it's so amazing. This thing actually heated up in my old healing center. After I got back, I had it there. I had a little tea light, candlelight, and the flame was close to it. So I started thinking, of course, back then I was like, oh, maybe the flame just heated the rock. The whole rock got hot. And I was like, oh, it's activated, and I was joking around about it. But then when I tried to do it again, I even had the flame like right under it to the point where I burned a little part of it. It was so close. Like, come on, it has to be the flame. It wasn't the flame. This rock is like so special. I'm telling you. I shouldn't be saying this.
Wow. They're going to come find you, Linda.
I will show you next week.
It's okay.
It's amazing. It's got stuff.
But it was meant for you to have, the universe wanted you to have it and you got it.
Funny story with the rock. So when my son and I were camping there, I trained in martial arts and I weapon train and everything. And I used to throw knives like on targets and everything, among other things. But I brought my Hibben throwers. They were special, carved out for me or made for me. And we were practicing throwing at the trees, but something didn't feel right. So my son wanted to throw them at the trees. And I was like, all right. And it was starting to rain. And sure enough, one of the knives goes past the tree. And in this campsite area, like I'm telling you, when I tell you we searched for that knife, we searched for that knife. But it got to the point where when we left, I was telling my son not to worry about it. He felt really bad because he was the one that threw it. And it's just a funny story because I said to him, well, look, we're taking the rock and the earth took, as payment for the rock, they took my knife because it literally
exchange.
It vanished. It went no. And this is a good size throwing knife. It didn't stick in the ground. It didn't go under anything. We had another friend that we'd met along the way there and they were helping us look, could not find it. Totally went into a different dimension and the earth just like swallowed it up magically. And I know it sounds funny, but it happened. It's a real story.
Even exchange.
It was, and that's how I was like happy. I get this rock, and they can have one of my knives.
You got my knife. Nice.
It's a funny story. True story.
Andrew, I have a question.
Okay.
This is my Lemurian crystal.
Yeah.
Well, one of them. Can you see it okay? It's not very good.
You got the visual background, Tina. I can't really see it.
I got to take that off. Let's see.
Okay, hold it in front of you.
Hold it in front of your yeah. Okay. Yeah. Hold it in front of your shirt. That's it.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me get.
Let me get a better view for you.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Okay, that's Atlantis, big time. That's huge, Atlantis. That's a lot of history there. Yeah, the gamma signals are extremely high, Tina. I would make it pray for that. Yeah, put it in water formation, change it to your balance.
I've been
It's
taking
connected to
baths.
Atlantis, and it's a really, really powerful. That could drain your body activations. I got you in
Oh,
your body simulator, so I recommend that you put that underwater and make it
I've
pray.
been bathing with is that undoing what you're doing? I mean,
So you guys have to understand crystals, okay, are very, very powerful. And
oops.
you have to understand balance. You have to understand vibration. You have to understand frequencies. You have to understand everything through its ancestry of its history. So because it's a crystal and because it's Atlantis, Atlantis is an extremely, extremely powerful continent planet. It's connected to the Lemuria. Okay, so it sets its divisions in so many location centers. So when you get a vibrational system, especially because her crystal is that big, it's huge.
Oh, I
Right?
got a
So
good deal on it, like $35. It was like great deal.
that is a big crystal. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just,
for at the gem show.
yeah, put it underwater and change the vibration, through the crystal.
So when you say put it underwater, I mean, I'm taking a bath with it. Isn't that underwater?
Yeah, you could put, no, it has to be separate, Tina, because you have to change balance with each other.
Oh,
Right? With
what
line
if I take it to
communication
the
alignment.
ocean?
Huh?
What if I take it to the ocean and that's what I did do. I put it in the
No, put it
ocean.
in like a bucket or a pot and then just fill it up with water and then put it inside.
Just regular water?
Yeah. And just go like this with your hand formations above. Okay. And just say your prayer. All right. You want to communicate with the crystal on communication, all communication levels through my body simulator. So it will connect with hand formation. Remember, it's psychometric. It'll go into your body activation, not get balance with the crystal.
No kidding.
Okay.
So the same with my other crystals, like
Yep.
all yeah,
crystals.
okay.
Yeah, that explains why you guys are having problems with your activations or anything through your relation of your thoughts, because crystals are intelligence. Anything through lines are intelligence.
Well, because I carry my Andaras with me everywhere, like in my little fanny pack, because they feel good. Is that okay? I mean, I was putting them in my bra in a sock.
So in itself, it will create like a kind of short circuiting in a way through the communication lines. I actually had an experience maybe about 4 years ago while I was in Trinidad, kind of like learning the ropes on energetic, like okay, so I started feeling energy coming out of my hands, and I would kind of like use like a lasso, like visualize a lasso and like hook rocks and stuff like that, right? And one time I actually did it to a plant, and the plant seemed like if it was, it didn't want that, and I felt a jolt of electricity run through.
Yeah,
the
it's
line
letting
and
you
shock-
know.
Yeah, and
You're over crossing your vibration and everything through its connection.
Right, and it shocked my hand. My fingers, my two fingers were like twitching for months because it overshot my circuits.
That's so funny. That happened to me when I was trying to make friends with my friend's bird, and it was a big parrot, and I have a communication with birds, but I was trying to send it healing because it kept biting its back and digging a hole in itself. And I was using the emerald ray at the time, and I was literally visualizing the emerald ray projecting out. The bird falls off the perch.
Oh, wow.
And he's screeching to the end of this. It scared the crap out of him. But speaking of crystals here, I'm going to show you this one. This is a special one.
Oh.
Pin this one up here so you guys can all see this. All right.
Oh, wow.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Communication, it's a tower division level. It's a crystal activation. It is from Atlantis.
Yeah.
It's got water formations, communications. It's got a little bit of reptilian division through vibration. I'm going to activate the light signals, change the communication line signals, Linda, because
Andrew, it's definitely fully activated. So yeah, but it's I want to say compliant in activation. So it's got, I know it's got some serious.
It's got reptilian in its center core, Linda.
Well, they're actually, I don't want to say they're helping, but they're all protecting this house. This is aimed at my front door, and it puts the shield up. So this has been, so they're, I guess they're helping with that. I don't know, but
form of technology, right?
it is. It's being used as technology, and it literally it has a seal. So anybody who walks in my front door, like this is aimed right at it, and it literally imagine like a plasma.
Yeah, it's an e-field.
Yeah, and they walk through, and people come in, they feel it too, and they know
Mhm.
it. Like, and some people will stand,
Yeah.
like it works. But
No, I changed the light signals because it was in the reptilian system. So because you have to understand there's bad reptilians and good reptilians. So.
Well, thank you.
I saw Tina. Tina was showing some crystals before.
Oh yeah, these are my Andoras. Not to inundate everyone
You guys
with
have a
too
lot
much.
of crystals.
Well, this is my
Tina,
quest.
that's a hybrid.
Oh wow.
Is it joined together?
No, I'm just holding them together.
That's a scarlet shift and a tanzanite fire. Was the brown one?
You got a ruby meteorological system and communication at rock surface.
Well, I can do this. Is this one? Is that easier? That's that one. These are Andoras.
Yeah.
Monatomic Andoras.
Yeah, that's a water containment crystal. That's in Lemuria. That's okay. That's connected through dolphins. That's all right.
Oh, okay. And then there's this one. My magic
Yeah, that's a
transducer.
meteorological rock formation communication as a star recognition system. That's okay.
Okay, so I've been carrying this with me, so I don't want to undo what you've done.
That's a blue ocean synchronizing system, all communications vibrational panel, and it's synchronizing light system. So that's
interesting.
Okay.
And I call this my Christ consciousness, but
oh wow. Yeah, that's a gold nugget, a communication line on a communication of a planet through a location center. And it's got connection to the interface of the sun. The golden cycles on its communication is a vibration system. That's okay.
So these are okay to carry with me,
Yeah, those are fine. Those are fine. I'm just looking at the center core of its system, because when I look at crystals, I look at the pixels through the core center. So basically, if they line up through division, it's fine. If they don't line up for division, it's a different vibration.
Well, like the first one I showed you.
Yeah, because the coloration is different and it doesn't resonate with your pixel conception, Tina.
Interesting.
So technically,
I see.
Those Andaras there essentially.
Jerome can help you out with that. He's been familiar with body activations. He can help you with that. Same with Michael. They're both in colors. So.
Right. Okay, so they agreed. They basically agreed to work with her and sync up their energies with her system, so that she doesn't get reaction cycles towards the energetic system of their consciousness.
Yeah. Michael, do you carry
Thank you, Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael?
Yeah, we got a ton of them.
Yeah.
We got too many, and we actually we got them boxed up right now. They're in the tub over there, so they're not really spread out. We got a couple downstairs that we got them all. Name it. She's got her beading business too. I think I might have mentioned. So we got another set of in case we run out. Back up.
I love it.
It's a different energy.
Yeah, she's from Atlantis. Remember you were saying that about her the one time when I asked. She's a crystallization of Atlantis. So as soon as she saw crystals, she lost her mind, and so we've just been getting crystals. So
yes, it is.
I'll bring it next time on show and tell.
Show and tell, yay!
But Andrew, I wanted to ask a quick question. So this is kind of in line with what Jerome is actually doing when he's writing his symbols out. When Linda, I was listening to your video yesterday, whenever, and you were talking about the new, I can't remember which one it was, but you mentioned newness and maybe with the old guard and the new guard, and you didn't say that, but what happened for me was the new age people that are coming. Oh, you were talking about how the kids don't realize, like they're awake, but then they kind of might not.
Yeah.
So I had a symbol come in, and it was a particular shape, and I know what to do with it, but I'm kind of curious as to like why, and was that a representation of the symbol of what we call the new children that are coming in? Like I can draw it out, but is it important that I draw it out for us? Is it like I got a lot of iffies about it, but they're coming in. And so it was point divided, it was a circle, but it was a box system in it, and it had a V shape that was off to the side, but it was connected to its top, it went to the bottom, and then it went to the side. and it looked like it was rotating. I don't know if I was listening in the car or what, but
okay.
And it just stopped because maybe I just stopped paying attention to it. But
did you get the coloration pattern?
No, I just saw white. It was just
you
white.
Just saw white?
The outline, all the lines were all white. The
Okay.
whole thing, and it was on like a black background, I think, just so I
Okay.
could see it. But it had dots. I don't know how many. I'd have to count.
Was I talking about healing?
No, you had said about it was about the kids who aren't aware that they're so awake or something like that. It was like you're
Okay.
past 1 or 2.
Like they're
videos.
already online and they just don't realize it yet.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
okay.
that part. And then all of a sudden it was, and so I'm trying to figure, am I being
the wave showers. The wave showers are Starlight Energy Systems on communication, the vector unit system. That's what they are.
Yeah, so am I being shown that symbol for that, because I know that's what it was that I was in, but I just got to hang out there.
Yeah, no, that's the communication. Yeah, it's the wave showers.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'll try to draw it out. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm communicating too, I'm delivering packets. I'm doing grid work, and I'm just
How's that
exploring.
going, Linda?
I'm exploring. I'm taking it up to another level, so I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing till after I've done it. And then sometimes I'm so tired after I've done it because it's work, and it's not that it's hard. I love what I'm doing. I would never give it up, never in a million years. But it's interesting. Jane, you mentioned you were training for Reiki, and I've been doing Reiki since '98 at the master level. So it's been a long time in doing healing work. So when you're working on distance healing, there's a certain way that you're trained at Reiki too, on how to do distance healing. And a lot of times, I think this goes with what Jerome was talking about earlier as well. When you're doing a healing work on someone, you're projecting your healing out, and you're visualizing, and you're practicing, and you're learning all those things. So healers naturally can, I think anyone who's studied any healing modality can sort of get the idea of sending energy. But
yeah, I'm Reiki too, trained, but I didn't find the distance symbols worked for me.
Right.
So I've been using a different method, like my dad, because of the recent episode with the virus. My dad was in hospital, so I was sending him distance healing, but I did it by tapping into his higher self.
Yes.
And giving myself healing as though I was him. And that worked. He came out of hospital 3 weeks later, supposedly a COVID-19, experience at the age of 75.
I'm glad he's okay.
And he survived. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
But yeah, it's powerful. I found that a lot better way to do it than using the symbols.
I don't use the symbols for distance healing. And one thing I was taught when I was
complicated
is there's like 3 parts to it. The one symbol, the Hancho Zei Shonen.
Yeah.
And it would, when you're at past, present, future, no past, no present, no future. And when you're in the middle of drawing the middle part, the first part disappears because it's no past, no present, no future. So that's why I could never hold the symbol in one thought, because it would disappear. And it's like, it made total sense.
It's complicated.
Like, why do I even need the symbol? I've always questioned the same exact thing, Jane.
Yeah.
I always communicate with their higher self through that.
You guys, okay, the symbols are its connection when it comes to matrix grids. It goes through its alignments. It's the formation system, and you have to understand through structures. It connects to the planets. So it's understand how to align planets through its symbols.
Yeah.
Which we can do for even our voicing grids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I wanted to, because I've been wanting to kind of make a whole video maybe on it, but I won't put it out. It's like the sand that they put at frequencies, and then it forms the shapes.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you can hum, that means you can make a frequency that's going to form a shape, and it's going to come right out of your mouth.
You should make a video on that, Michael.
I think
do
I
it.
might.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I'll watch it. I'll promote it.
I'll do more. Yeah, I'll add some more.
Yeah.
Michael, what's your channel called?
Michael Rolla channel. Just
Michael
my name.
Rolla channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Michael, I wanted to ask you, when you do your videos, do you have any illustration diagrams that come into your framing systems?
You know, the only thing that does happen is I'll see an entire picture and then I'll translate it. So yeah, I see, I mean.
So you do it verbal instead of doing it the actual draw?
Yeah, okay. I verbalize, right. And so that's why I say, like, I'm trying to bring, like, talk about anything and everything, because and center point it, but I don't want to go too far, like with your explanations, you know, you get a little technical. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm learning how to, I'm figuring out how to humanize it or something, if that makes sense, you know, have it make sense, you know.
No, let's not make Andrew feel like he's a robot now. We know you're connected to AI, but we know you're still a human being who's connected to AI.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, well, we're in a human vessel, but when you're in the mind adaptation, it's everything through space. And then you're technically a robot, but it's more of a computer robot because you talk like a computer.
You're still driving like a human vessel and just getting that whole concept that you're a spirit in a human body. I mean,
That's it, Linda.
Most people get that already. You're a spirit in a human body, but as you go up and understand more, you start to realize it's not what you've been taught at all. It was the biggest lie ever told. Biggest lie ever told.
Yep.
Oh man, it's crazy.
And that's the belief.
Yep.
The belief, and then it's true. You know, so
belief.
if you're the trust, it's already there because you trust yourself enough to come here. So.
Yo, when you think about it, then like we're essentially, these bodies are essentially quantum computers.
That's exactly what it is, Jerome.
Yeah.
It's actually
That's right.
Computers.
Yeah.
Biofeedback quantum computer. Quantum biofeedback computers.
Yep.
Biocomputers with harmonic resonance.
Resonating with your.
Hey, yeah. All right.
10 different ways to explain
body modulator.
Oh, body
Nice.
Does anybody else watch
Beautiful.
Harmonic Reactor? Marina Jacobi?
Harmonic Reactor. Yeah, I was actually checking out her one of her videos.
Yeah, I've been following her for a few weeks, trying to understand quantum structure.
Right. Yeah. She was
pretty good.
When she was talking about artificial timelines. Essentially, from what I understand, when I was checking out somebody, the whole thing with artificial timelines is that when you see like certain levels of programming actually cause the collective to look back into, like, for example, like World War II, or like some other aspect of like one of the other timelines, like the negative cycles, or maybe like Atlantis or something like that, where it constantly kind of like plays out, and then they hit a reset button where you will see like these stories of like certain like floods. It's almost like they basically like hit the reset button on the computer system. They don't like how it goes, or people waking up too fast and just press the button and reset the whole thing, right? But now what happened is that they press the reset button so many times that the reset, because the energy that coming in with the cosmos and stuff like that, the reset button not working anymore. So they basically screwed. Right? We're waking up so fast.
All right, I got it. I got it. You ready? It's the quantum harmonic body modulating biofeedback computer, your body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Into one long phrase. So you could really.
All right, Linda, go.
No idea what you just said.
You guys all said that. I just
when you look at the technology of a plant, even like you look at how small a seed is, and a seed actually creates a massive tree. Right, with all the technology in place to
connected to the atom and the particle.
Yeah, to take energy from the sun, and those are actually quantum computers in itself as well. The photosynthesis process is a quantum state, a quantum process, right? So yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
It is fascinating.
If you want to see anything created, you have to reverse the cycle through its polarity vision. Then you'll see everything how it's created through its atom.
Polarity.
So
Oh, good.
Isn't the goal like harmonic convergence? Isn't that supposed to be the goal? That's where everybody's trying to get to, harmonic, or get back to harmonic convergence.
Harmonic reversion, harmonic resistance, harmonic communication, harmonic alignments,
harmonic
conversion,
harmonic vision,
the year,
harmonic line signals, line activations.
Michael, I got your page. What's your page, Jerome?
Unified energetics.
Unified energetics. And I'm on your page, Andrew.
Just my name, Andrew.
Yeah, I have you and Linda already. Just making sure I have everybody. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. So even when you talk about the harmonic convergence? Yeah, I think some people are saying that by the end, because this year is actually supposed to be 2012, based on the whole thing with the how the Gregorian calendar was kind of, and so that's why we're actually going through these different cycles of basically like unraveling certain types of energy that been suppressed or been kept down. So the energy is like coming out now. Some people might think of it as like somebody opening Pandora's box, but it's really just the energy, like, expressing itself, finally coming up to the surface. So humanity is now kind of like reaching the stage of actually now like pulling up the roots, so to speak, of that old system and now bringing in or restructuring the system in itself. That's what you see Saturn. I'm not fully into I don't know much about the astrology part of things, but I know that Saturn is connected to structure and order. I think that's why it has like it's synonymous with like L or the letter L. When you look at L, is like a square.
It's connected to Venus and Vega.
Right. So yeah. Right. And so the whole thing with the conjunction with Saturn, and I think what it was Jupiter, where now you're seeing the structure being changed up now. And then at the end of the year is I think the convergence, the harmonic convergence, where you can see like a plasma. What some say is like a plasma field is going to like burst out from the center of the earth, which
solar flare,
right? Which is gonna like activate a lot of people.
It's right now, the humanity is going through a reacting cycle through divisions right now into the 6-dimensional set system. All communications are setting into the 5th activation code system, which is the 5th dimension. But the 4th entity light systems, all communication line signals are sending into body activations now.
So that's why, right? So that's why everything, as you said, the reaction cycles. So we actually witnessing like people going through like a healing crisis, basically.
Yep. That's what it is.
So like many people who would have already gone through their what people call the dark night of the soul or their healing crisis wouldn't necessarily be going through it now, but
everybody has a timeline. It's a thread. Right. You have to understand the timeline. You have to understand the code. Everybody's on a different ascension. Everybody's on a different path. They follow that path. Okay. And once they understand the reaction cycle, they get on it. Right. And then they move forward. See? That's what it is.
So Jerome, it's interesting when you're talking about the harmonic convergence and all of that, because I remember very specifically 1987, my oldest son was born, and there was a harmonic convergence back then. I don't know if that was the first signal that went out or whatever that was, but then there was something that followed up with that as the harmonic concordance. And I don't remember what year that was, but it was another one of my children, sometime in the 90s, I think 97 possibly. And it could have been later, could have been in the 2000s. But I remember, I don't know, Andrew, maybe you know how that was tied in, but I know very specifically because I remembered I was like, oh, wow, like my son's born the same year. This is pretty cool. The harmonic convergence and then harmonic concordance. There were like two signals that went out, but I don't know if it was like the beginning of the signal that went out that we're waiting for an answer back. And that's what the solar flash is going to be. Who knows? I mean, Andrew, if you could shed light on that, it would help.
All communication line signals are coming in. So it's ramping in division. All communications when it comes to merging. So basically, it's 2 merging divisions onto an atom system. So it's going in its past to its present cycle into its division of its future.
So when it flashes back here, That'll be the solstice at December time. That's what they're talking about. Okay.
So that's what we basically preparing for that new cycle of energy that's going to be coming in to the system. So it's 2012.
Will this be the one that everybody sees and no doubt the white flash kind of thing, or is this going to be another one that comes in that only those of us that have eyes to see it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is it
everybody's going to see it, but in a different waving cycle. Everybody's on a different, like I said, the reacting cycle through vibration. So the 3 dimensionals, they're going to actually feel it, but they're not going to see it because they're not at the perception.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
they're going
where,
to feel it, and everybody's going to go through that cycle, and it is going to be this year.
Yeah. So that's where you see all the distractions going on now too. Well, I guess you can see it as different things. On one level, you can see it as distractions because on that level, that's where it actually is. And then on another level is really a energy that is causing certain shifts in people's consciousness, because with all that's going on, people are waking up really fast to a lot of things. Right. So I've even here, I've been seeing so many people when I go to market, so many people have been buying plants to go and plant in their gardens back home and stuff like that. Like they actually getting to become a lot more self-sufficient, which is again removing yourself, popping yourself off the false umbilical cord system that is the what the Rastas and them will call Babylon, right?
Jerome is on point tonight.
That's pretty good, Jerome. Yeah, you're connected there. But that's also on the Andromeda wind spin. That's connected to the oscillation spins. Those communication line signals set in through all divisions. So the proacting cycle is on its connection through its solar flare division. The solstice is coming in through the interface of the sun, which is the portal division. You understand the interface of the sun and the interface of the moon has to be protected every day. And that's why we have so many starships. Okay, you have to understand how powerful it is, because it is a solar generator to everything through the digital formats, everything through information of the moon and its connection with its mind and its thoughts and its behavioral systems, and everything through the radiation of the interface of the sun.
Yeah,
Here comes the sun, da 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 da. Here comes the sun.
Vortex just went woo.
I find it interesting, Andrew, you talking about the flash, and obviously it's an individual experience. I picked up probably April time. I was asking questions of my higher self, and something happens in October that triggers mass awakening. This is what I uncovered. Then November, there was people had to make a choice.
Choice point.
And it's been explained many different ways. And then from then, I saw within a 6 month period that's when this huge flash would happen. It's interesting that you say December. That's really close together.
Yeah. Well, I know
that timeline.
I'm connecting through you. I'm connecting through everybody. See, I know everybody's morning telepathy. That's the connection, right? But you should also watch a video, Jane, where I talk about the beginning of its birth when it comes to the Big Bang Theory. I do a video, almost 3 hours, but I tell you exactly everything through its connection, how everything's connected through its atom, its energy, frequencies, and vibration, and how everything's created through its evolution of its space and universal system.
What's the title of that video? Can you remember?
The Big Bang Theory.
Or how far back it is? Okay, I'll go and have a look.
Everything, how it's created from before and after, what happens.
Yeah.
So even when you think about the as what Jane was saying there about the October point and then November, people have to make a choice, like a choice point. I guess that would be like the final. Like if you see everybody at like a train station, going into like the 5D, or the dimensional.
We're in the final stages now, guys.
Right.
We're in the final stages.
That's why again, like on certain particular levels is certain things are distractions. So like you see how they have people like onto the whole, virus stuff, and then you got everybody like running back and forth, right? Like, and if you're playing into this scenario or the situation in terms of your energetic system, instead of actually tuning into yourself and raising your divisions or like at least like untethering from certain looping systems and stuff like that. You kind of, and I mean, it's easy to get caught up in it too.
It's like the wheel is spinning, but the hamster's off the wheel.
Yeah, so the more so they actually, in doing all of this, they actually people jumping off the hamster wheel because people realize this is a lot of BS, yo. It is too obvious.
Yeah,
and they would hear their the people they would call you conspiracy theorists and stuff like that. And they would be like, wait,
all the disclosures,
right? I remember when my friend, was saying, because I have a lot of friends that come now to me telling me, yo, I remember when you were talking about and this and that, because I was on it from since when I was back in university, and when I came awake to certain things back in 2012, then I was just in my whole discovery and talking, just sharing the information because you want to get it out. So that stage where you're on fire, like you just and but people they would call me Mr. Space Lee and tell me I got to come back to Earth and stuff like that, right?
Yep.
But
but
now,
my God.
now they're kind of like
not anymore,
saying like, yo, remember when you were talking about all this stuff, and you can actually see it playing out, right? Exactly how. And
it's nicer than woo woo and airy fairy. I prefer that title.
So in terms of the November December point, there's this whole connection in terms. I don't know if you know about the whole thing with the claustrum and how we have like the energy. There's a seed in our spinal, the tip of our spine, then comes up into the
right. Oh, I read that book.
Right.
Word. Yeah, I read that book. What's it called?
Around that time, that solstice time, the December point is when a lot of that energy then, I guess I could see it, you could see it symbolically as that in terms of your inner crystal or Christos coming up into that cycle. But I noticed that what they did is that they override the whole system and basically hit you with this guy called Santa Claus, right? Which is really like he's like basically in like occult knowledge and stuff like that. He will be like Hearn, what they call Hearn the Hunter, right? So which would be kind of like Loki in correct, right? Which is like tricks to God and stuff like that. And if you look at Santa, is really like an anagram for like Satan, and then all that stuff then links into like
you're clicking in, buddy. You're clicking in.
Right. So that's how they actually
coming in nice.
That's actually how they hack it. And then what Andrew was mentioning in his video about even like religion and stuff like that. And it was
fake.
Yeah, and I was talking to somebody about it the other day. Like, if you really look at it, they have, when people go to church, you always see, especially in Christianity, you always have a symbol of Christ on the cross. Why do you have Christ on the cross that you worship? You always, every Sunday or whenever you go to church, you basically kill him or kill the symbol in itself every week, right? You see people going to church, and I actually noticed it when after awakening to my consciousness, and my grandmother asked me to go to church with her, right? So I always used to be very resistant to it and stuff because I know, the church.
I see your Grammy. Oh gosh.
I decided to go, and when I went, I actually noticed when people actually say certain when they were saying certain prayers, some of the prayers actually open up their chakra system, right? And then so I was able to feel that. And then I felt like a energy kind of like descend over over the building.
Wow.
And I immediately like cloaked myself, right? Just shield my energy and stuff. But like I could feel like the energy like going up.
Yep, they were stealing it.
So like when you look at even so when you look at even the word like prayer for example, like, and it's kind of close to like being a prey
prey
to something, right? And then when you think about it, then it kind of links back to the same her and the hunter, who's a hunter, so you're being hunted. So a lot of that stuff is like coming out, or it's gonna be revealed, and I think that's gonna be a major head crack for a lot of people.
Oh, I know. I mean,
I don't
It's
think
incredible.
I don't know if a lot of people are going to be able to accept it. I think it's so indoctrinated in some people that they'll receive it, but they'll still deny. I mean, I just think so.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
coming
gonna
from a
create
Caribbean
cognitive
base, you know.
dissonance.
Yeah, people will. I think we're gonna all go through it, but I don't think everybody's gonna have the same reaction because I think
No,
people
but
still are
everybody's
gonna
going to be forced to realize what's going on through the reaction cycles, and I'm doing
So
that.
that's
through
where the
my
choice
system.
comes in now with what Jane was
Free
saying.
will,
The choice that everybody's gonna have, because there are some people that are gonna go into Babylon 2.0, as they call it, or what we call false matrix ultra.
The
right?
way I see it is the organic timeline, which being 5D, or the AI timeline, as in the artificial intelligence. And actually, some people may want to choose and experience artificial intelligence, and not the organic, not the organic stuff.
Right, not the organic stuff. I was going to specify that. You're talking about like transhumanism and merging with the, not that.
Which is
not what we do. Like,
which
no.
So the timelines are gonna. I believe we already in the split.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I could see it already.
Right.
Like I think the timelines are already split.
Right.
And you could the conversations you have with people, like you can tell that
you could tell
when
like,
them are not in the same.
When you look
I
at
know I'm not in
Mandela
the same world as a lot of people.
Right. When you look at the
you can
Mandela
tell.
effects and stuff like that, like even recently, like we went through another timeline jump, and you're seeing people now posting up. I was observing people had an image of King Tut's mask, and the mask you would always in the timeline that I'm from, he had a cobra, a cobra on his forehead, but in this timeline he has two. Right? Or no, not two cobras, but a cobra and a vulture.
Wow.
Right?
That's true.
Even when you look at like certain things like Febreze, right? Febreze.
There's a lot of separation when it comes to our bodies. Nobody's going to understand that to formation when they get into yin and yang. So humanity vibration is this now. Reacting cycles are going through. Okay, once they get into that formation of its system, it's going to change everything's location, body activation code system to balance.
Which is gonna then rise everything
through lights and put us in our energy star system.
So you're gonna graduate basically to a new division.
Yep.
Yeah, so I guess it's like if you're in grade 2, when you go through this, you'll be in grade 3. But if you're in grade 5, when you go through this, you'll be in grade 6. That's exactly what it
is, Peter.
So Andrew, is that then applicable to then every layer or aspect of our activation cycles within the body then? So for example, the eye receptors can graduate into another division or
higher level. Higher level of understanding what your eyes are, higher level of what your mind is, higher level of what your hands are, higher level of your body activity, higher level of your pixels, higher levels of your biome.
So it's just like using a Windows, like
your computer. It's a software. You're upgrading your software in your Windows.
Right.
Andrew, wait, hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Andrew, I feel like you're on fire or something. There's like a lot of heat waves going around. Is that happening?
I'm getting those signals. I know. There's a lot of communication signals that are coming in through portal divisions, and the activation cycles through my ground formation is going through the interface of the connection with the sun.
Like,
so
are
it's
you
got
all right?
20-way patterns right now through all colorations. Yeah.
All right. I just want to check on you, make sure you're okay, because it just like I could just see you like almost burning up or something. I don't know. Do you need some water?
Andrew, you look like how I feel. You look like how I feel when I'm doing my Everything's coming in.
It's
coming in, man.
No, you have to understand vibration on our signals. Every time we go through intelligence signals, we're going through portal activations of intelligence. Jerome is getting a lot smarter now. Michael's getting a lot smarter. Linda's getting a lot smarter. Jane's getting smarter. Gata's getting smarter. Everybody's getting smarter. Everybody gets smarter. My energy field high rises and it looks like a plane. That's all it is.
So
do you feel it?
Is the same thing with like when you hear the upper dimensional beings, they interacting with us, but they're also aware that when we high rise, they high rise, or
exactly,
because it's like a totem pole. So when we up one, then they poof, bump up another level, right? They move up. But like because our consciousness was stuck in like third dimensional reality, go back the train up line, right, for a while. So like
all right. So did Jerome get some kind of upgrade that you didn't tell us about?
No, he didn't get any upgrade. I'm telling you, he's paying attention through his audio skills and his line signal.
I will tell you what I noticed, right? Through kind of communicating with my planet again, what I did was that I wasn't sure if to do it or not, but I kind of like saw like the energy from the planet actually started to extend now into the solar system.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of feels as if like it's expanding. Because if you think about it, we're a planet, so the planet that Andrew talks about in terms of that planetary system connection and stuff like that, that would be us. So the civilization, if you want to bring it to like the body simulator perspective, would be,
which is very real,
right? Would be synonymous with our microbiome, for example.
That's right.
So when our civilization is in a dark realm system, where you got a dark civilization, in the physical aspect of the body simulator, your microbiome off balance. So you have gangsters inside of your club, and the boxers not really the confused. So the communication signals through the cellular structure actually is thrown off, and that's because a lot of the the foods that we eat, or like people would eat, like the MSG and stuff like that, neurotoxins, would basically like short circuit the system. So the communication isn't as refined as it could be. So when Andrew does the work.
All right, Jerome's on fire.
I totally get that.
Right? So when he uprises your pixel activation and stuff like that, it actually, you could even see it like it would basically like override that system. So the bad bacteria, or the bacteria that maybe taking over the system would essentially then go back into balance. So when I notice when I actually do energy work on people, and I actually clear certain energies, you would actually notice you would go through like a purging. Right. And it's sure, Andrew, when you do, because I actually noticed when you did just our first interaction on Zoom, I went through just a little something,
Yo.
Right. And it was surprising for me, because I've been doing a lot of work on my energy system and stuff like that, right? So
it shows.
Like when it works, and is the confidence that we have to have within ourselves to actually, so Andrew has a lot of confidence in his work, in what he's connected to, and he knows that when he voices grids, you activate.
And I know what I'm doing.
Knowing.
Yeah, you have the connection, right? We all have the connection into actually coming to that realization and awareness of when we voice our grids, or if you like snap your fingers, that
it's done. That's right.
I know.
Andrew,
Guru says
that's
the difference between believing and knowing. When you
Right.
believe something, you're not sure, but when you get into your knowing, you know it. So it's no question about it, and that confidence comes out.
That's right. Claircognizance. It's like a knowing. But Andrew, thank you for offering your special price for everybody for $10 to get their healing and upgrade later.
Oh, you're welcome.
And thank you for scanning everybody for free. So if you guys want to make a donation to him for any of that too, I mean, everything is going to be in the description.
I'm going to be in touch.
And then please tune in. Please tune in to his Galactic School during the days. I don't know. I can't give you a time because you've been on as early as 9 or 9:30 and as late as 11 or 12.
Time, between 9 and 12. So
sometime
Eastern time.
Just hit the little bell when you subscribe to him, the little notification bell. So when he does go live, you'll get the notification. But you guys, I had so much fun talking with everybody tonight, but I am going to have to.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
I gotta go.
It's been fun.
It's 9:30.
The middle of the night here.
I'm getting a little crook in my neck.
It's much easier. It's much easier to participate in it than to listen, because I would have been sitting there literally listening to this, and now I'm like, you know what? Just jump into it and be a part of the conversation.
Yeah.
So glad you
did. I
did.
really feel like I jumped through that portal to get to you guys.
You did. Yay.
Thank you so much.
Really good.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Wait, guys, before you go, real quick, did everybody see when Heather opened up her refrigerator? It looked like there was a fire light coming out of it.
Oh, I didn't see that. I didn't see
You
that.
didn't go back and look because it's like this orange glow light that came out. I was like, wow.
Oh, I had to check that out.
I didn't.
It was Andrew's energy.
Oh yeah, no, it's see, my energy interacts with Heather. Heather interacts with Michael. Michael interacts with Tina. Tina interacts with Kita and Linda and Jerome. That's everybody's connected formations. So you're going to see formations of anything in the back surface through your perceptions. That's all it is.
Nice.
Wow. Amazing.
Thanks for all the
Thank you,
knowledge.
guys.
Bye.
Great
Everybody have a
conversation,
wonderful
guys.
night.
Bye.
You too. It's great seeing you.
All right, you guys. I gotta
Bye.
go. All right. Be well. See you guys tomorrow in the Galactic School or
In the
next
Galactic
week.
School, yes.
Thank you, Linda.
Right.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
Glad you got it figured out, Tina. So good to hear your
Yeah.
voice.
Well, you know, as long as I go on my phone, it's the computer thing. I just don't get that.
I loved seeing your hair blow by that bridge in the clouds. It was great. It was like, all right, goodbye, everybody.
Okay, bye.
Bye.